Ah,
Oh, right, you live?
I
we
think
live?
I think we're live.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy in a whole new world?
It's been so long.
It's been quite a minute.
I do not have a pre-stream
Scroll down,
screen
get that ad out of here.
currently. No, I want the ad.
You want the ad?
Yeah.
Cat bonus from Marcus with Goldman Sachs.
Can you hear both of us? Hello. Can you hear us two creeps? How is the volume and
Yeah,
everything?
we're sharing the microphone. Isn't that cute?
Isn't
that adorable?
We are in the same room. Yeah, I don't have like my mic and stuff set up like ideally yet, but volume good and separate. Yeah, it's crazy. We are not separate.
Yeah,
So-
we're right here.
So I had surgery. I had
Qweave had
surgery. I had surgery. They did surgery on a Qweave. That's it. That's kind of all. That's up. It's been like it's been like 2 weeks, I think. I think like exactly 2 weeks actually.
It's only been one.
It's been like 2 weeks.
No way, it's been 2 weeks.
I had surgery was a week ago, like 1 week ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh Jesus, that's so loud. I need to change. That's a problem. Was that deafening? Thank you for the subscription. Also, thank you for the 6 months. My alert box
I don't know
might
how to
not
adjust
have
that,
the
I'm
right
sorry.
volume. I mean, I can fix it. I just didn't do that. So if the alert box is super loud today, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it because I forgot that that's something I had to do everything about. How's everyone's life been? For the past 2 weeks? Yeah, my surgery went well. I am still kind of recovering. I did like ultimately get brain surgery, like, you know, or basically brain surgery like a week ago. I'm only on like my 2nd week of recovery now. My sound alerts browser source is offline. Uh-oh. Let me try and fix that. Can someone try and do a sound alert?
Oh my god.
I can do one myself actually. Hold on.
Dinner.
Okay, we're good. We're good. They're working. Don't do them. Yeah, I'm on exactly. I think my week anniversary of surgery was yesterday. Oh my god, that's fucking deafening. I'm gonna get myself hearing damage. It's weird. If you remember, I haven't like talked about it a ton recently. Sorry, the Boots little guy is moving. Also,
It's okay.
I am in the same room, so it's picking me up sometimes.
Barely ever, honestly. Pretty good.
If you remember right, I haven't talked about it lately because it has just been like a consistent thing. But like the first like, damn, something's weird indication I had was like hearing like a fucking constant like really loud pulsing sound in one of my ears, and that's pretty much gone after doing surgery. So that's a cool quality of life improvement. My hearing is still weird in that ear. It's like weird and muffled. I'm pretty sure I just have permanent hearing damage, but I'll take just that over that plus like a bunch of other stuff going on. So we're looking cool. Yeah, I have normal tinnitus now. But just normal tinnitus. I don't have normal tinnitus and like also like a weird variant of tinnitus at the same time. So you know, that's easier to deal with. Recovery's going okay. Feeling fine enough. Like pretty tired still, but feeling a lot better. I have like headaches a lot right now, which like again is just kind of to be expected. They're fiddling there. Yeah, I my ear is basically permanently kind of plugged. Oh well, you know. But yeah, so context for what's up here. Context for what is up is, so for the past week while I've been recovering from the surgery, I think that I don't even remember what exactly spurred it. But we like
It was
watched-
one specific movie. What was it?
I watched Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, we watched Princess and the Frog.
I watched Princess and the
I think
Frog.
we were
for
listening to music.
Okay, well, it's because we've been playing Kingdom Hearts, which I swear to God, I'm gonna be playing Kingdom Hearts, like, again on, like, Sunday or something.
Yeah, we're hoping to.
Hopefully. We'll
Yeah.
see. I'm gonna try my best. If not Sunday is the Super Bowl. Sunday's the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I won't be
Sunday's the
streaming
Super Bowl. No,
Sunday.
we're not doing that.
So
We're gonna
this
party.
is like a little fun, like, one-off stream. But because I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, I have realized that I don't know anything about the Disney world. I don't know anything about Disney.
I wanted to introduce Qweave to it.
I feel clueless. I'm running around all these Disney universes. I don't know fucking shit. I'm dumb as fuck.
You know what I think it was?
But
It's because fucking Under the Sea was stuck in my head.
that was a part of it.
Under the Sea was stuck in my head for literally 2 weeks. We did the Little Mermaid level,
Yeah.
and like, it lasted. My whole fucking brain was infected with Under the Sea.
Yeah.
Under the Sea.
Yeah. Hearing the beautiful sounds of Sebastian the crab, was crazy, and it just kind of like, it infected Boo. It didn't infect me. But I was like, damn, like I'm going through all these Disney worlds. I don't know shit about them. I don't
Because
know
you've never
anything.
seen any.
I don't have a frame of reference.
You've seen like 2 total Disney
Yeah, for
movies.
reference, the Disney movies I've seen. I think I tweeted that I've never seen any Disney movies. That's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
I have to fight Waka for real, and he's much harder in real life. I'm not excited about
Also,
that.
hello everyone who said hello that I missed. I saw Focus say hello.
So basically,
Thank you!
Focus. Thank you for the 5 gift subs.
Back it
Why
up.
did 2 of them go to the same person on my list? What?
They didn't.
Okay, that's a bug. I'm getting like double notifications. I
Yeah,
was
it's
really
fine.
confused.
I'll just watch the actual chat.
It doesn't matter. Thank you, Focus, for the 5 gift subs. I'm glad to be back. Yeah, so I don't have any contacts. I don't know anything. I tweeted that I've never seen any Disney movies. That's a little bit of an exaggeration. I've seen Emperor's New Groove like a few times in my life.
Yeah.
I've seen Emperor's New Groove like a few times in my life because I liked it when I was a kid. I saw Wreck-It Ralph when it came out because I was at the prime age to for a gamer movie to target me and make me go see it.
Yeah.
Because I was like 2012. I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was like a teenager.
We'll talk about Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, yeah, we'll get to it. I saw Zootopia because I'm a furry.
Yeah.
We've all seen
That's integral.
Zootopia. I think that's gonna be one that I honestly don't even know how much we'll talk about it because it's fucking talked about to death already.
It's so easy to talk about Zootopia.
It's so
for a bit.
easy to talk about Zootopia, but I feel like I've talked about that movie on stream already because it's just such a thing that comes up all the
You also
time.
haven't seen it? Ain't worth. Spoilers.
Is that all
Maybe-
I've seen? I can't think of anything else that I'd seen already.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I've seen 3 movies, and 2 of them were from the same year. Thank you for the 200 bits.
Thank you, Nat.
Neck, why the fucking alert box is so goddamn big? I need to fix that shit, but whatever, I don't care right now. So, we are going to be talking about all the movies, and I think that the plan is, I believe we are starting at...
We're starting with.
Can we just start with the ones that we haven't seen because they aren't real movies?
Here's
or...
the revelation. We skipped a couple movies. I know we said every
Oh my
movie.
god, Gray!
Whoa!
Gray, I peaked my mic, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ,
Gray,
that's okay.
thank you for the 10 gift subs. You're fucking
you're a
crazy.
hero. You're a
Thank
hero,
you,
legend.
thank you. I don't have my expressions. Oh, and Corbin, thank you for the 9 months also.
Aw.
It's so I am genuinely one of the most bummer things about the past 2 weeks. It's been great. I'm obviously with Boo. It's been really fun. And I've dealt with this stressful thing kind of that I don't think is 100% done being dealt with, but it's a massive,
It's also
massive,
been a
massive
thing
step.
for literally a year.
It's been a thing for a
and half.
year, and yeah. So I still have stuff I need to do, and the stress isn't over, but getting it done is great. But what's the prognosis? What do you mean?
Oh, shit's done.
The big problem's dealt with. There are some things I might look into for quality of life in the future, but I'm pretty much done. I think, unless anything shows up. I have a follow up next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird stepping away from streaming for 2 weeks. For being something that I did just start doing as a wacky little hobby. It's man, it's such a part of my routine.
Yeah, I know.
It's been weird
I miss
not
it.
doing it.
I have the same
missed it.
thing.
I've missed everybody. I've missed doing it as just a thing that gives me structure on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, exactly.
So I am really excited to get back into stuff, you know.
Okay.
So what I was gonna say is,
We didn't watch every single Disney movie.
that would be really hard to do.
No, it
in
would be
a
really
week.
easy. It'd be really easy, mind you. But one, we didn't have the time because we wanted to stream today.
We only really got like shit busting down like 2 or 3 days ago.
We watched 6 movies today.
We watched 6
We watched
movies
6
today,
today.
and it's worth noting that like we had to stop to stream. We finished a movie literally like
15
10
minutes ago.
before streaming. That's actually why I like.
Was it just the Disney...
I'm gonna be honest, Focus. I do not morally believe in that fucking like watching movies on 2x speed shit. I think it's not how you're supposed
No, that's
to
for like
experience the
YouTube
movies.
videos.
That's
You only
for,
do
like,
that for YouTube videos
that's
because
for,
like they don't really
podcasts.
matter.
That's for,
They're not like real art.
podcasts and YouTube videos, but I do not morally believe in speeding up a movie to make it to watch it faster. I don't believe in that. I don't think it's right because pacing is so important, and you're like not getting the correct pacing if you speed something up. Because if a movie's slow, that's a point against it.
That's a factor of the movie. That's part of the experience.
That's a point against it. Sometimes it's a point for it, but I don't fast forward parts of the movie that suck because I need the whole experience. I haven't seen any of them before.
And I'm even worse than Qweave. I'm the kind of person that wouldn't. I don't skip commercials, and lots of people do that.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Lots of people change the channel.
Yeah,
during
that's
a commercial. I don't get that. That's too much.
I don't skip commercials on TV, but you also
There are no YouTube videos that are paced correctly. Not a single one. Exactly.
True.
The pacing of a YouTube video is usually not by design.
Yeah, but also like a Disney movie doesn't like take a 20-minute break to tell me about HelloFresh. So
Thank you, Taylor Fox.
So we didn't watch everything, and it's also worth noting some of the things on this
Floofy,
tier
our
list.
videos are different. Our videos are different.
Yeah, we're
Our
built
content's
different.
different. You're a legend.
We're built different. But what you call it? So some of these movies also aren't even real movies. Worth noting, like looking at this list, Reluctant Dragon is not. It's not a real movie.
Let's go to our list and just like drag the fake ones out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. So like, I'm gonna say like.
So for starters,
we didn't
watch the Fantasias.
We did not have time.
We're
for
getting there,
Fantasia.
but we deprioritized it because it's not like we can't like review it because it's just a collection, you know.
Yeah,
it's
good
like
night, Focus. Also, yeah, Fantasia. We did not have time to watch. First of all, Fantasia's
They're
like
like
2
3
hours
hours
long.
long.
They're like 2 hours and 3 hours long, respectively. Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. Fantasia is like considered a classic and everything, so I'm gonna like try and watch it anyways. But I did not have the time to watch Fantasia in addition to all the real movies, so did not watch Fantasia. I don't even know what Reluctant Dragon is.
Yep.
I think that all of this shit is like collections of shorts. We started Three Caballeros, and we decided that we don't care because it's not like a real movie. It's like a collection of shorts. We haven't watched Make Mine Music. We didn't watch Victory.
We did not
Through
watch
Air
Victory
Power.
Through Air Power.
Believe it or not, we skipped
Song
that
of the
one.
South. I feel like we should watch, but it's unfortunately not on Disney Plus.
I genuinely would have watched Song of the South if it would have been an F tier almost 100%, but I would have watched Song of the South solely to like watch it if it was on Disney Plus.
That's history.
It is history.
We became very familiarized with the Disney Plus racism.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about the Disney Plus racism warning.
Yeah.
We did not watch Melody Time. We didn't watch Fun and Fancy Free. We did not
didn't
watch
watch
Ichabod
Crane,
and
Mr.
Crowd or whatever.
And I think that's it.
I need to get Fantasia 2000.
Yeah, Fantasia 2000 cut. So that's it. That's it.
Everything else here.
Yeah.
This is all. Did we have a hype train? Jesus Christ!
Already?
I didn't
First
even
day back?
notice because it was so fast. And a level 4 one too. We got like a new emote. What did we get?
Ooh.
Oh, we got like a guy.
That's the bunny from Wreck-It Ralph.
We got like a guy. Oh, that was like a gunshot. That was fucking. I need to adjust the volume of sound alerts. This is. I'm sorry. This is.
Oh
how can I adjust the? It's so
I have
fucking
no
loud.
idea. I have literally no idea.
Oh my god, it was so loud. That like jump scared me. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I will say that I was thinking like I do kind of want to watch Mr. Toad because the song. Can we not do Vine Booms? I'm like gonna disable browser alerts if another Vine Boom happens. That was so fucking. It's genuinely so loud.
Let me see.
I mean, I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
okay.
I just can't adjust the volume of it, because that's like a part of the extension.
Oh,
and
okay,
I don't have it adjusted on this particular thing. So I was gonna say is Mr. Toad I know is actually considered a kind of important one, and part of me wanted to watch it because there is a LP song. The rapper LP had a song on his like 2001 album, Fantastic Damage, called Dead Disney, where he says I'm trying to get live on Mr. Toad's Wild I'm trying to get live on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride or something like that. It's the fucking sound alerts are so loud that they completely I'm disabling them. I'm disabling them. I'm just turning them off. I'm turning them off. I'm fucking sorry.
Oh my god.
They're so loud. You have to contain yourself because I can't think when you do them. They're so loud. I need to fix that.
We'll fix that for next stream.
I'll fix it in post. So I like wanted to watch it, but it is like not like a real movie. It's also like only 15 minutes long. It'd be easy to watch, but whatever. So we're getting into the real movies though.
Yeah,
these are all the real movies.
Watch.
You say it seems like less than you would expect.
It's just the image. How many is this? 1, 2. Oh my god.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on
44.
each row. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. 52 movies.
Fucking movies in like 5 days.
We've watched pretty much all of these over the course of like less than a week. So it seems like not that much to watch like in your life or even over the course of like a month, but watching this in less than a week is like a fucking full-time job.
We've literally been watching these non-stop since like...
I woke up and I got out of bed and we started watching Disney movies today.
I fell asleep watching fucking Rescuers 2 last night.
Yeah. I was
continued
trying to stay awake.
the second we woke up.
I turned it off because Boot fell asleep, and then I woke up and was like, we gotta finish Rescuers 2 now.
That's as many movies as cards in a deck.
Did it fuck with my brain? Corvid, good news, it didn't fuck with my brain because I have also been playing Tetris this week and I keep having Tetris effect happen to me in my head. So the Disney has actually not fucked with my brain because Tetris is fucking with my brain instead. Yeah. It's like a deadly combo. So
it's been fun.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna start this fucking list and we're gonna start
Mac, you have to stop saying that. Mac specifically saying that's as many movies as cards in a deck. That's as many movies as weeks in a year is making me really uncomfortable with what we just spent like the past 5 days doing.
It's comfortable. I love it.
It's comfortable.
Okay, so we
have our individual rankings, right?
So basically what we did is we both independently made a tier list, and we've actually avoided talking about a lot of our opinions on movies other than that sucked or I liked that because we wanted it to be kind of a surprise. I'm gonna ask for, should we start with F tier or D tier? Should F tier be like a funny thing that we do like near the end because it's really small, probably?
No, we got
or are we gonna start with like the bottom and work our way up? Because I do think number 1 should be last. But
my plan is
want to start with F tier?
My suggestion is that we go with my F tier or your F tier, and then mine, and then my next up higher one, and then your next.
I think that the move is okay. So, do you want to, like, list your bottom F tier, and, like, if we agree, we agree. If we don't, we talk about it.
And
I'm like, okay, well, this is my lowest movie, and we kind of just talk about stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, start from the top. We're not starting from the top. That's the end. I'm keeping you fuckers waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the worst Disney movie.
Yeah, you want to open this up?
The worst Disney movie. So, this is one that I don't think...
you can use our image search to bring up, like, one what we're talking about.
Okay, so this is the worst Disney movie on my list. This is my very bottom of the list, and it might not be what you're expecting.
I think we agree on this, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if it's what chat is expecting. I don't know what you all think the worst Disney movie. What can I ask? Can I actually ask?
Yeah,
like,
chat. What do you think this is?
What do you think? What do you think the worst Disney movie is?
Yeah.
Just like a quick question. What do you think the absolute bottom of the barrel is? Aristocats? Uh-oh, you're not gonna like my opinion on Aristocats. Home on the Range?
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Pocahontas leaps to mind. Jungle Book.
Wait, we're both in
Frozen,
person.
Chicken
You can physically
Little,
brawl.
Jungle Book.
I can do more than brawl.
I'm surprised to see so many Jungle Books. People love that one. Chicken Little. Okay. The actual answer.
The actual inarguable answer. You ready?
It's Peter Pan.
It's Peter Pan, baby.
This movie fucking sucks.
Peter Pan fucking blows.
Sucks. Peter Pan is the most racist movie since Birth of a Nation. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I was legitimately caught off guard. It doesn't.
I was shocked.
I turned when that scene came up, when Peter Pan showed up. I remember the kids like walking through the forest with the fucking feathers in their hair.
Native like headdresses.
Yeah, they've got like the fucking cowboys and Indian shit. And I was like, okay, that's what I remember from Peter Pan. They get there, and his name is fucking like Chief Washington Football Team. It's
something like that. It's
oh my
really
god!
Bad.
Oh my god!
His name is Chief Washington Generals, and he just like. It talks in like broken English, and the thing is when they got to there, I was like, okay, this is really bad,
It goes on for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, I was like, this can't go on too long. That's like half the movie. Is the Peter Pan Lost
Yeah, they have a
Boys
song.
They have a song. It's the most racist song ever made. I don't even want to look it up
Can you bring
because
up just a picture of Peter Pan, like the poster?
Just look up Peter Pan, like Peter
Pan poster.
I'm in such a weird position right now. You can confirm. Peter Pan movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit? What is this?
Okay.
Some guy guessed. Thank you for the 5
That song was cut
subs.
out of the VH. Here's the thing.
Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you.
So there's a lot of racism in older Disney movies. There's a lot. But
we're gonna
if
be
you
talking
cut it
about
out
them.
of Peter Pan, there'd be this movie
It'd
would be like 20 minutes long.
It'd be like over instantly.
It would be like Mr. Toad. It's so much of it.
What is this? Is this real?
Yeah, that was a thing.
No way.
Yeah.
Who is this? Levi Miller? This isn't even a real guy. They made this guy up.
There's like a thing of Peter Pan
Look at her
remakes where they
vacant
acknowledge
stare.
Peter
That's
Pan
how
is
it
evil.
felt watching Peter Pan. Actually, it felt like this. It felt like this. This is the Peter Pan experience is watching this. So yeah, basically Peter Pan is they just go. Peter Pan and the Lost Boys go to their stupid little they go to Neverland, and all the Native Americans live in Neverland where like the fake things live, which is
there's like mermaids and
cool.
cartoon pirates
it's like
and
they
like
have
talking
cartoon
alligators
pirates and
fairies.
mermaids and like fucking all that shit, and also Native Americans live there because I guess they are not real, and they're all the most racist depiction of Native Americans I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's weird because the meta narrative of Disney movies is them trying really hard to like kind of get Native culture right.
I legitimately think I'm gonna say this in advance. So Disney has a lot of like Native American representation in their progressive movies, like as they go along.
Yeah.
I feel like every inch of that, every time they have a chief instead of a princess or a tribe, it's all an attempt to make up for how far they put things back with Peter Pan.
Yeah. I think it's actually insane that like Song of the South is like erased from Disney canon forever, but they proudly there's Peter Pan merch everywhere. They love Peter Pan. Tinkerbell is like one of their biggest characters, and I think it's because she's like the only character that doesn't talk, and therefore she's the only character that doesn't say slurs in that movie. They say so many slurs in Peter Pan.
No, they go crazy.
They say so many different. They don't even do one slur. They do a lot of slurs in Peter Pan. It's fucking crazy.
They go and they're like, "Okay, Peter Pan, you're the chief now because you saved my daughter, Tiger Lily."
Yeah.
And then he does the fucking whoop 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 thing with his
Yeah,
mouth.
he does.
It's
He does the. I don't want to say like
commonly.
Yeah,
multiple
they do it
times in the movie that becomes his like thing.
Yeah, he does it a lot. He like gets really into it.
It's literally insane. And then, wait. Let me just clarify. The big downside of this specifically is that even if you cut that all out,
it's not a good movie.
There's a lot of like pop-up racism in these movies that's like it's 1940.
Yeah.
It's so much of it. It's so much of it.
It's most of the movie, and also it's like not a great movie anyways. I think like
like
there's stuff that like I think if you cut all that stuff out and replaced it with something good, it would be like a solid like C, maybe even B tier Disney movie.
I think like D.
I don't know.
I think it's a D tier movie, and the sheer amount of pointless racism.
I did say no. I said like if you replaced all the racist parts with like good stuff or like developed like Captain Hook more. I want to point Captain Hook being an iconic Disney villain is so crazy because he does like nothing. He fights Peter Pan like one time and loses, and then he's like, I want to kill Peter Pan, and then Peter Pan goes and fucks around with like racist caricatures for 40 minutes, and then they fight again, and the movie ends.
It's like the whole fucking movie.
It's baffling. It's awful. I think that's all there is about Peter Pan, though. I think it was really jarring because we were watching Peter Pan, kind of in the midst of watching a lot of old movies. So Disney Plus starts with an unskippable warning on a lot of older movies that say like this movie has distasteful representations of peoples or cultures, and it's a sign of the times, and we're aware that it sucks now.
They specifically say we have kept this film in its original state to promote conversation and learning. Yeah, there's nothing you learn from Peter Pan.
Yeah, you don't learn anything other than like Walt Disney was fucked up.
You want to know the conversation you're having that's promoting? This one.
Yeah, this is the conversation.
Peter Pan sucks.
Chicabo, thank you for the 5 months. Oh my god. So I think that's Peter Pan though. Worst of the worst. Is there anything else in your F tier?
In my F tier? No, that's it.
Okay, I had one other thing in F tier.
Really?
I did have one other thing in F tier.
What is it?
And pretty sure this is gonna be low on your D tier.
You think so?
I do have Chicken Little in F.
Really?
I do have Chicken Little in F tier.
Okay.
I hated Chicken Little. I did not like it at all. I didn't like anything about it.
This is gonna surprise you. That's in like middle C for me.
Wow, that's a hot take. I did not like Chicken Little.
When we get to where Chicken Little is in my fucking ranking,
our royals are gonna be different once we reach this point. Yeah, I did not like Chicken Little. Chicken Little is everyone gaslights Chicken Little. The fox girl gets a lobotomy. I didn't like that one bit. And everything about it's like ugly and mean-spirited and just gross overall. I really didn't like it.
Chicken Little was Disney's DreamWorks film. It kind of was. When was it made? Was it made around Shrek? Could you look up the date? I'll look up the date.
It was not. Yeah, I'm not gonna look up the date. I'm gonna look up pictures of Chicken Little.
Yeah, look at pictures.
I'm gonna look at some pictures of Chicken Little, the movie from the Disney movie Chicken Little. Yeah, it's my problem with Chicken Little. Straight up. From 2005, it was post-Shrek.
Yeah, so Chicken Little is absolutely... Oh, yeah, play the corn.
My problem with Chicken... So this character gets fucked. I just want to throw... This character is... Okay, so I want to quickly talk about Chicken Little for a second. This character is like a bully character.
Mm-hmm. She's a bully for one
She's
scene.
a bully at the beginning of the movie because she beats Chicken Little in dodgeball and calls him, like, crazy because everyone in the fucking entire town calls him crazy. Everyone in the movie ends up okay at the end, except for her. She gets a lobotomy from aliens, and they're like, and the aliens say, it's okay though, because we can fix her. And then, and then this like, character,
no, she's sexy.
Yeah, and then
she's sexy. Don't change her back.
Says, I would like to fuck her. And they're like, and then the aliens are like, okay. Like, does she not have parents who, like, a random kid just says, like, no, you should leave her, like, fucked up. And they're like, okay, cool. It's ugly, it's mean-spirited, it's not funny.
Oh my God.
It's not funny at all. It's like, I genuinely, my biggest problem with it is just how mean that it is. It's really mean. And, like, Chicken Little's dad sucking was something I thought was a meme. He does suck really hard. What are you saying?
I was going to say...
You love this movie. You love this movie.
I don't love this movie. My explanation for why I had this in C2.
Yeah, that's really generous.
I wish I had these numbered, because that'd be very funny to mention. The reasons I think this movie is better than some is the plot happened, and it had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
That's true. That was really... I think that you're looking at this through the lens of someone who's watched every single Disney movie.
Look, it's important for me to rank it accordingly.
That was very normal, I think.
There's a lot of Disney movies that do not have a beginning, middle, and an end.
I think that
Chicken Little was paced properly.
For 2000... here's the thing, is I'm rating movies based on, like, their cultural, like, context and stuff.
Also... Number 2, I think Chicken Little is an endearing little character. He's fine.
I'm just gonna quickly look up, like, for context, what else came out in 2005? Not much good. Oh, Brokeback Mountain was 2005. I didn't know that. I always think that movie was like 90. 2005 sucked. What the fuck was up? What was happening? And none of these movies are even real.
Valiant?
What is this? This isn't even a real movie.
What did DreamWorks do 2005?
Blood Rain had a movie? What the fuck was happening in 2000? Okay, what about like 2004? Let's go a little bit earlier.
Wait, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Wait.
What?
Yeah,
Why
Hellboy.
are
Hellboy's fine.
Oh, Hellboy is good. So I'm gonna compare this to its closest. I'm gonna compare Chicken Little to its closest contemporary, Hellboy, which came out
go back
only
to
a year
2005.
earlier.
That's unfair.
Best 2005 movies. What was good in 2005? 2005 was a fucking wretched year. What the hell? This is the best that you had going on? What was happening in 2005? Chicken Little is fucking worse than most of these.
It's worse than Madagascar.
It's worse than Madagascar.
I think it's worse than everything here. That's kind of been arguable, but nonetheless. Point is, I think Chicken Little is a fine little character. I like the little kid doing his best. That's endearing to me. Every other character is annoying. There's something that happened in that movie really early on where I just tapped out, I think.
You did not like the scene where they go onto the alien ship and then they come back and they're like, there's an alien ship, and everyone in town's like, "You're all fucking stupid. You're all crazy. You're all psychos." You didn't like that one.
I don't like that in general.
That's also like 90% of the movie is just that happening over and over. I didn't like it. It sucked. The aliens look like fucking shit. The movie sucks. Movie sucks.
It's a very bad movie, but it was
Okay, it's fine.
It's Dave's.
And I will say, I also want to throw out Disney Magic ratings. I think that's important to say at the end of these. Did the movie have Disney Magic? Chicken Little, no. Peter Pan, regrettably, had some Disney Magic and had a little bit of Disney Magic.
It overflowed with Disney Magic once they start flying. Flying is the fastest way to get Disney Magic.
Turned into Disney.
Disney Magic is like an energy. It's like that sort of nostalgic without the feeling of nostalgic. Just like
it's like whimsy,
melancholy. It's not because it's not just like excitable fun. It's just
there is a little bit of melancholy.
I think Magic is like slow-paced fun.
I think that Disney Magic. Yeah, I think that Disney Magic is also something that like a Disney Magic. It's like something I can't describe. It's like whimsy. It's like a kind of melancholic feeling that like I think you don't get the melancholy when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, you're like
it's not whimsy. It's not whimsy.
No, but when you're an adult, it's like the very specific reflection on childhood or like something that like you don't really experience until you're grown up and have matured.
No, we're gonna be here for like 4 hours, dude.
We're gonna be here for a long time. Anyways,
it's my turn.
Yeah, can we let's move to D tier. What's your bottom of D tier?
My bottom of D tier. Hold on, I accidentally put some. Okay, so here's my. This is my second worst one because we know where I put Chicken Little.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
Wow, really?
That's my my 51. My
Alice in Wonderland is at the top of my D tier. It is in D tier for me though.
Alice
this one
in Wonderland
disappointed me. I was disappointed.
Racism aside from Peter Pan, I think Alice in Wonderland is legitimately like the most boring piece of shit I've ever seen. It's like I sat down and I remembered, the evil queen has all these iconic moments, the Cheshire Cat. I was like, all these iconic characters. And I sit down and I'm like, okay, Alice, we're in Wonderland. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And she talks to Tweedledee and Dum, and you get like a whole, get like a 5-minute fucking. Oh, there's a guy eating oysters.
Oh yeah, the cabbages, the kings and cabbages.
And then I'm like, I thought there was the queen. When's the evil queen show up? She's in the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Here's my description. Well, can I say what Alice in Wonderland is?
Yeah, go for it.
Alice in Wonderland is like an hour-long Family Guy episode without jokes, kind of.
It's and each cutaway is like a full minute long.
Each cutaway is like 5 minutes long, and they don't matter at all, and they're just annoying. Like Alice is like trying to solve her situation. And then they cut away. Well, she kind of is, but like she's just sort of wandering around. Anyways, point is, it's like she's trying to like kind of do something, and then she like goes to like I don't know the woods, and then we go look at Tweedledee and Tweedledum like fucking for like a second, and then it cuts away to a beach for no reason because Tweedledee's like this is sadder than the time I fucking with the oysters, and there's like a fucking 10-minute long musical sequence. Where two guys like sing about cabbages and kings and then eat a lot of oysters, and it's like I don't fucking care. I clocked out of Alice in Wonderland while watching it.
Yeah, no.
I actually think it might be placed too generously on.
I really like the Cheshire Cat. I think the Cheshire Cat is such a cute
he's a baddie.
Character. He's a baddie.
Cheshire Cat. Well, let's look at this guy.
Cheshire Cat's a baddie. Every time he comes up, I love him.
This guy's a baddie for sure. And it's a bummer because I actually like Alice, but she doesn't do anything because she just walks around. Like she just walks around.
The plot of this movie. Alice goes through a hole. She chases a white rabbit, and she's down there. It's not a jumpsuit. He just looks like that. So Alice, she goes down. She's like, shit, what a wonderful land.
Yeah.
And she wanders, and she wanders, and she wanders, and I'm just waiting for a plot to happen. She just wanders around going like, wow, this is neat.
She goes into the White Rabbit's house and gets big, and then she gets small because she eats a corn. And
then a woman tells her that she's going to execute her, and she goes, uh-oh, and then goes home. She wakes up.
I actually think that it's kind of shocking. Kingdom Hearts, they were pretty accurate because nothing happens in a Kingdom Hearts level, and nothing happens in the real movie.
She wanders in Wonderland? Yeah, more like Wanderland, am I right?
More like fucking Blunderland. Fucking not great. No,
because here's the thing. I remember all these iconic scenes from Alice in Wonderland that are just like beaten in my cultural subconscious. None of them are connected.
Yeah.
If you watch just like a slideshow of all the different characters that show up in Alice in Wonderland, it's the same thing. Yeah, the live action one is legitimately so much better.
Alice in Wonderland. I'm gonna describe it. I don't want to dwell on this one too long because there's honestly not much to say.
Mm-hmm.
Alice in Wonderland is really reminiscent of like the short collection Disney movies from like the 30s and 40s. But it doesn't have any reason to be like that, and would have been a lot better if it wasn't. Alice in Wonderland felt like watching a bunch of like random shorts that would play maybe like before a real movie, and it's just that for like an hour. And it's disappointing because there are so many cool set pieces and there are so many cool like characters, but none of them amount to anything, and it's kind of just like a bummer. Alice in Wonderland was one of the only movies that we watched that I was like outright disappointed by. Because
I agree.
I thought it would be cool. I don't necessarily think that Tim Burton's is better because it also sucks.
It's notably better.
Where F tier, here's the thing: there aren't that many Disney movies that I think are true F tier. F tier is really harsh. F tier goes to Chicken Little and the most racist movie ever made.
And for me, Chicken Little is 2 tiers higher.
Yeah, and Boot loves Chicken Little.
I don't love Chicken Little. It's just that like it feels like it's 2 tiers.
Here's the thing: this is going to be a more positive stream than you're expecting.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do my second lowest movie in D tier? Okay, my second lowest... I'm gonna do my lowest in D tier.
Mm-hmm.
My lowest in D tier...
I'm really excited to see what this is.
...is... Pocahontas.
Really?
Pocahontas was my lowest D tier movie. I did not enjoy... we're not doing a Kingdom Hearts lore stream, it's a joke. We're ranking every Disney movie.
We're ranking every Disney movie, yes.
Pocahontas sucks. I'm gonna say it. Pocahontas blew. It wasn't even disappointing. I didn't expect much, but it was worse than I thought it would be. Why wasn't it F tier?
Because it was like a real story. It had good songs.
It had like 2 songs that I liked in it.
If it wasn't about a real pair of people, then it probably would have been a notably better movie.
I don't know about that.
I think notably better.
I think
because that dwelled over the kind of the whole thing.
Pocahontas was really fucking boring, and it took itself so goddamn seriously, and it wasn't good. And it is like definitely it's not tasteful at all. It's about fucking my favorite thing about it is that Pocahontas was like 9 years old when the colonizing dude who's the main guy character shows up, and
G-Force is
in real
not
life
on here,
G-Force is not on here. This is only the
it's
animated
just the
movies.
animation studio. As much as
there honestly isn't even much to say about Pocahontas. It's so fucking weird. We read about the production history of it because it was so baffling that it exists.
The pitch for Pocahontas was the fastest pitch that Disney ever had. And like quickest approved pitch that they've ever done.
Yeah.
And the pitch for it was the guy came up with a picture of Tiger Lily, the Native American girl from Peter Pan, and wrote Disney's Pocahontas above it.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. That's that's the origin of Pocahontas, if you were wondering. Yeah, it's honestly like there's not much to say about Pocahontas. It's just bad. It's distasteful. It's like offensive in a really weird way. It's 100% humorless. It's absolutely forgettable. I've already forgotten half of it.
It makes me
I watched
jealous.
it yesterday, and I've already forgotten a ton of it.
Pocahontas is a movie that makes me jealous because they took it almost 99 to 100% seriously. And
she's a 9-year-old.
There's so many other movies that deserve that more.
Yeah,
we'll get there when we get to fucking like
Nadie Beak. She was, I think, 9 years old in real life when the events of Pocahontas took place, so they aged her up, much like a Twitter artist who's problematic.
And I think they married her to a different person, too.
Oh yeah, no, she arguably it's debated whether or not she ever even actually met the guy in the movie in real life because he like lied about Pocahontas. Everyone thinks that he lied about Pocahontas saving him, and that's like treated as the truth by the movie.
Yeah.
There's not much to say though. Kind of just a bad movie. It's just like it's bad in a boring way.
That's the biggest thing. It's boring.
So what's your next movie?
My next movie?
Yeah.
This is in D tier. This is my second lowest in D tier.
Okay.
So I guess it's my 50.
I'm really curious to hear what it could be.
Sleeping Beauty.
Really?
I didn't care for Sleeping Beauty. I was kind of excited for it. I liked Prince Philip. I liked Maleficent. I liked The Dragon. That movie just sort of floats along.
Wow. Sleeping Beauty for me is in B tier.
Ooh, really?
Sleeping Beauty, Out of the 3 movies that I think are basically the same, which is Snow White, Cinderella, and Sleeping Beauty, was my second favorite out of that group.
Okay.
I kind of group all those movies together.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I actually don't know why I put it that low.
Sleeping Beauty is really beautiful.
It's really pretty.
That was
it should be higher for me. I'm gonna move it like up to C. But...
Okay, I'll put it in C tier. We'll compromise here.
It's
Sleeping Beauty is really, really, really pretty. It has some of the best backgrounds in Disney movies. I like that they're in Minecraft. I'm gonna look up the Minecraft that they're in because it's really weird. That
I'm gonna bring this up. Okay.
Okay.
Sleeping Beauty, I think I was really excited for the battle with Maleficent when she turns into the dragon.
It sucked. That's like what.
And I got to it and was so completely let down by like how fast and just like quick it was. I was like, oh.
It's so weird. It's like so cubic. They're like in Minecraft. It's so fucking weird that it's styled like that. Nothing else is, but all the backgrounds are
also,
like really...
Sleeping Beauty not being like a character.
Oh yeah, no. But here's the thing: Sleeping Beauty's not really a good character. Aurora is yet another flat Disney princess because they didn't figure out how to do that for a long time. It is the first Disney princess movie where the prince like says more than one thing in the entire movie, so it sort of breaks new ground when it comes to that. Maleficent is a cool looking villain.
She's a very cool looking character. She doesn't do shit.
She turns into a dragon and then gets stabbed one time because the bibbidi bobbidi boo fairies that help out Sleeping Beauty like just do everything for the prince. Like
they just spawn in swords and shit.
Yeah, he's the prince in Sleeping Beauty sucks at everything, and the fairies just like I'm gonna look up the fairies because everyone in this movie has that very rotoscoped, realistic,
really cool.
early Disney look, and the fairies.
The only reason I'm moving this up is because I think that this movie does look really good. Why does Disney do that with their fucking shading?
Every old woman looks like this in Disney. Every old lady looks like this in Disney.
Yeah.
I did not like these characters.
Really? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's not something to say really to Bibby, Boppy, and Merryweather.
Bibby, Boppy, and Merryweather.
Are those their actual names? Can you look up their names?
I was joking when I'm just going to trust Synth on this one.
Okay.
I think Synth is right. Yeah, I just called them the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boos the whole time because they look like the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo lady. Because Disney draws old women in one fucking way. Yeah, I didn't like them. I think they were the part of the movie I didn't like because I just kind of consistently wanted, like, a fairy tale movie that, like, didn't have some fucking weird little creature show up and be like, but I don't get that. That never happens. Yeah, Sleeping Beauty is weird. There's not much to say. It
felt like a nothing movie. I had something I enjoyed about every movie above it.
Yeah. I think that it's one of the prettiest Disney movies by far. It's like the first Disney movie that we watched from that era that made me go like, wow, this looks really, really, really good. The art is good, the animation is crazy, it has like shading in it, which is something that like very few Disney movies had up to that point.
It's a very pretty movie, which is again the reason I'm raising
plot wise it is just like
I did not have that much fun watching it.
I like it for the art, I think. Yeah. It's one that I ranked on, it's B tier for me, and I ranked it that because of the artistry, and that's kind of it.
So what's your next one?
This is my second lowest movie in D tier.
I'm really curious.
Okay, this one I saw a few times in chat. My second lowest movie in D tier, Jungle Book.
Yeah, me too. Same exact spot.
Jungle Book fucking sucks.
Jungle Book.
I hate it.
I'm sorry. I know the furries love Jungle Book. I know y'all love the cartoon animals and shit.
It's fucking like it's bad. It's objectively bad. I don't understand why. Okay, objectively bad's harsh, but I don't understand why it's beloved. I looking at the reception, like it's so unanimously well received. Nothing happens. It's just okay. I'm gonna quickly say Jungle Book. Here's my review of Jungle Book. I'm gonna lay it out. I watched Jungle Book. I did not like it. It was boring. I didn't care about anything that was happening, but there was the whole thing of like
the ending.
That's what I want to talk about. There was the whole thing of like the plot was like oh,
bring up a picture of Jungle Book.
Hold on, this video I'm playing. What soundtrack do I play? I want to play a soundtrack in the background.
Yeah, it's some good background music.
I've been listening to Bomberman Hero soundtrack.
Loop it one more.
Let's loop it again. No way.
was the last one Walt Disney himself was alive.
Kingdom Hearts OST? No, I'm gonna get fucking... Okay, I'm just skipping this. Okay, so... It's about the kid, and he wants to stay in the jungle because the wolves that raised him... By the way, first nice wolves that we saw.
Yeah, first nice wolf in a Disney
exciting.
movie. I popped off.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Highlight of the movie was wolves showed up. It was fucking 5 minutes in.
Yeah, so he leaves because Shere Khan's in the jungle, and they're like, you gotta go, because he hates dudes. He hates dudes. And you gotta go. No dudes allowed in the jungle. And the kid's like, I want to stay in the jungle. So that's the whole movie, is he wants to stay in the jungle.
Whole movie.
And then stuff happens.
He gets attacked by Shere Khan at the end. He almost gets killed.
And they beat Shere Khan.
And his good friend Baloo dies for him.
And then Baloo gets better. It was a joke.
He gets better, but he does die.
But then he's like, I can stay in the jungle. Then he sees a woman and he leaves the jungle immediately.
He doesn't even say goodbye or anything.
Corvid, thank you for the $1.
Motherfucking Mowgli spends the whole movie talking about how much he loves the jungle and all his friends. He's like, I'm never gonna leave. He sees a woman
and he just
for
leaves.
1 minute. And she, like, winks at him, and then he just looks behind him at Baloo and goes...
He shrugs. He, like, shrugs, and then he just leaves his friends and the family that raised him forever because he saw a woman wordlessly. It actually made me mad. That was, like, by far my least favorite ending.
Hank, does it?
That's better.
Wait, actually?
Pang, if the live-action movie, like, genuinely ends with him choosing to stay in the jungle, it's objectively better than the Jungle Book originally was, because that's, like, one of the worst things in that movie. The ending, it's rare that, like, if I watched the... Jungle Book would have been in D tier regardless of the ending, but it would have been higher in D tier if the ending wasn't awful. It's rare that I watch something and, like, the ending is so bad that it's like, wow, that was not even worth the time at all. Like, there wasn't even a cute payoff.
Okay,
like,
so Pang, if what you're telling me is right, there's a better live-action version of literally every movie that we've talked about so far. Aside from Pocahontas and Chicken Little. On my list, everything, like, lower than where we're at, there's been a better live-action version, so I feel justified here.
Yeah. Also, oh my god, why am I so small? What's happened? Am my model just broken?
I probably approached.
Okay, you took over.
I took over, it might be.
I think, yeah, okay, that was weird. I also want to throw out the fact that I want to make a quick diss to furries. I'm sorry, hypno furries, but Ka.
Oh yeah, what the fuck, dude?
Ka,
Why did we talk about this?
I never had heard the hypno.
We never heard it. All I've seen from that character is pornography. All I've seen of Winnie the Pooh. He's literally Winnie the Pooh's voice actor. Like literally, it's the same guy going. Oh,
he goes like, "Oh, I want a smack girl, just a little smack girl." Just give me a smack roll of you, Mowgli. And it's like fucking awful. He sounds like a creepy old guy.
It's crazy.
It's weird.
Crazy. It's mind-blowing.
Everyone thinks that he's like super sexy. It's like he's not. He's not. He's he's like a fucking just a weird creep.
Nothing caught me off guard more.
Yeah, that was so crazy.
Nothing caught me off guard more than hearing that Ka was literally Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, that was insane.
That's not like us exaggerating. It's Winnie the Pooh's voice.
Yeah, and they use the same voice actors a lot for everything in that era.
You know how Tara Strong sounds the same in everything that she fucking plays?
Yeah, and it's like Twilight Sparkle.
Guy does too.
Yeah. Because that's just what he sounds like, I guess. Anyways, that's the Jungle Book.
Yeah, that's the Jungle Book.
What is your next movie?
I think we're on you. No, it's on me.
Yeah, I did Jungle Book. What was your next movie in D tier?
We're not in D tier anymore. My D tier is small.
Okay, well, I guess I need to talk still then.
No, it's up to me.
Okay.
We're just going up.
Okay, what's your lowest movie in C tier?
Lowest movie in the C tier is Cinderella.
I expected your D tier to be so much bigger.
No.
Wow, okay.
Because I respect Cinderella.
Cinderella. Okay.
I respect Cinderella for what it is. You know, classic princess movie.
I think
it has like it's a little story going on. It's
really short movie.
It's pretty short,
like an hour long.
Those mice. The fucking thing they did with those mice in that movie, the voice they gave them, are like, "Hey, Cinderella, my name's Cinderella. Hey, Cinderella, hey, Cinderella."
I want to repeat a quote.
I can't do it.
I want to repeat a quote that I want to repeat a quote that you said. That is not a quote that you invented, but it's a quote from I think Mega 64 podcast. You said, "Cinderella is 40 minutes of mice fucking around, and then the movie happens, and then it's over."
No, I said, yeah, it's 40 minutes of mice fucking around, and then she puts the shoe on and it's over.
Then the movie ends.
I didn't know. It's like legitimately 40 minutes of the movie are mice just like wandering around. It's a Tom and Jerry episode, except they're all voiced and they sound like. It's like my assumption with Cinderella is the technology just showed up to figure out how to do a chipmunk voice.
They found like voice modulators were invented.
You know how like when you watch an early 3D movie, like the fucking stained glass night guy, and you're like, oh, this looks like shit, but you can tell they did it because they wanted to hop on that technology?
Yeah.
That was what they did here, except it was specifically voices getting pitched up. Like, oh, Cinderella!
So for reference, Cinderella's in my C tier too. It is the second highest movie in my C tier. I like Cinderella enough.
It's
Again,
reasonable.
It's one that I appreciated the artistry of, but I just kind of felt like, for me personally, I just kind of felt like Sleeping Beauty was a better Cinderella because, like, it's not just mice fucking around for 40 minutes.
Here's the thing. I like that there was something happening.
There was something happening.
Even if it was mice fucking around, there's so many movies about mice fucking around.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
We're going to be talking about mice a lot tonight.
Disney really loves mice fucking around.
So, yeah, Cinderella, it's one that I respect the artistry of again. It's one that's, like, it's not bad, but it's one of those movies that's old and it's an hour long and it doesn't do anything incredible. Mm-hmm. It's just, like, it's a classic and that's fine. I get it. The Prince is boring. That's going to be a thing that comes up in, like, any old Disney movie with a prince. They're all fucking boring. I don't know. I'll do my next one.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm in D tier still, and this is one that I'm really excited to talk about.
Is it what I think it
is? This is one that I'm really excited to talk about. It is in D tier. It is Home on the Range.
Let's fucking go!
This is one that...
This is a movie? I'm gonna describe the plot.
Okay.
I'm on the Range is a movie where the cows gotta get $700.
$700. The cows get $700 in this movie.
It's a wild adventure. There's three cows. The cows are Maggie, Grace, and Mrs. Calloway.
And they need $700 because Alameda Slim's gonna buy the farm. They gotta get $700.
Yeah, it's a do or die. Do or die. The cow's gotta get $700.
So this was literally like the second or third movie that we watched in this experiment.
Talking about fucking Home on the Range all fucking week.
It's literally like I feel bad putting it on D because it's giving me more enjoyment than almost anything that isn't in S tier has given me.
Home on the Range is top of C tier for me.
Okay.
Almost exclusively.
It's a bad movie.
We've been saying those cows needed $700 literally all fucking week.
Yeah, it's all I can think about. The entire plot of the movie is that the cows need $700. And I don't know why it's
Three cows, they need $700.
It's such a low stakes plot. It doesn't matter.
I saw Home on the Range came up and they fucking showed the bill and I said, no way those cows are getting $700.
How are they gonna get that kind of money? Thank you for the $7. That's one hundredth of the way there. Yeah, we're in $700 soon enough. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up pictures of Home on the Range because I do want to talk about it actually a little bit.
I think Maggie from Home on the Range is a baddie.
She was the first Disney girl boss.
The first one in this movie from fucking 2006.
So Home on the Range is fucking hideous. I want to throw that out.
They're adorable.
It's not that ugly. It's like I don't like it. I don't like how it looks at all.
Do the one of the three. Do the image
the
pictures that goes. Yeah, pictures that go on.
Yo, this picture goes hard. Tag yourself.
Home
on the Range is really, really fucking weird. It feels what Home on the Range feels like is it actually like it feels like Disney trying to be like a DreamWorks for a movie kind of. It doesn't work. Mm-hmm. The villain is this guy. It's Alameda Slim.
Alameda Slim, dude.
He yodels and makes the cows follow him. So actually, interestingly, this movie was originally supposed to be a Pied Piper adaptation, but they changed it to be about cows. But Alameda Slim, he yodels. Why everyone draws Caw from the Jungle Book? Why don't they draw this guy? Look, he's hypnotizing the cow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
How come you don't do that to me?
Yeah.
Oh god damn.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at the face on Maggie there, dude.
She loves it.
That's a cow that loves a man who yodels.
She
That's a
loves
cow that
yodeling.
just saw $700 in front of her, I gotta say.
So the entire plot of this movie is that the cows need $700. I don't know why it's so fucking funny to me that that's the entire, like, story of the fucking movie. They need $700. Every single time that we've watched a movie, I think I've at some point said, you know what would make this even better? If the main character needed $700. I wish that...
Yeah, what if the Pied Piper except those kids need $700 for him?
They'd be fine. I don't even know what to say about this movie because it's like poisoned my brain in a really weird way. I think about it a lot.
Legitimately. We're in D for Qweave. For me, we're in C tier.
Yeah.
And everything that I mention, I'll tell you when you're out. Everything that I mention is past this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you when we're out of C tier, because Home on the Range is top of it.
Home on the Range is, my opinion is basically Home on the Range is a bad movie. It's bad in an entertaining way, I think.
It's
I
bottom tier movie.
I had more fun watching Home on the Range than I had watching, like, The Jungle Book or Pocahontas. I honestly had more fun watching it than I probably had watching Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty.
I had more fun watching Home on the Range than I'd say every movie in B tier. And probably a couple in A as well. But I acknowledge it's a terrible movie. I just had so much fun. And admittedly, half of that fun was talking about how those cows needed $700.
Yeah. Bad movie, though. Bad movie.
Oh my god.
It's weird that they made it. It's one of the most puzzling things in the world.
It did kill 2D animation for like a decade and a half.
It did. And that's it brought us into Disney's
the orange
era.
background era.
The orange era, which is Chicken Little. Every single one of the 3D animated movies that
on
was
Disney
made
Plus
after...
has the same orange flashback.
Yeah, every single one of them made after Home on the Range. There's like little Chicken and Meet the Robinsons and Bolt.
Yeah.
All three of those movies have the exact same thumbnail background on Disney Plus. It's just like orange. It's just like orange like blur for some reason.
So
what's your next movie?
Okay, so this is C tier. This is my number, I guess. What would that be? 46, my number 46.
Okay.
Bottom C tier, above Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, Sword and Stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
My C tier is...
Sword in the Stone is my bottom of C tier. It is my lowest C tier movie.
C tier is movies
that
that meander.
It's
a movie that meanders.
It's about like, King Arthur just fucking fucking around for like an hour and then it ends.
No, I love the Wizard War. I think that's great. But
here's the Wizard War was the most fun part of the entire movie. When the wizards fought each other, that was fun. Everything else was fucking boring.
What happens in these Disney movies is they love to make a movie where it's just like animal shit happens for literally an hour.
Yeah.
And then the thing that the movie is titled about, like Cinderella, she gets the shoe in the last like 10 minutes of the movie. In this one, it's the Sword and the Stone, and he's trained to become the King of England. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't use that training at all. Yeah. He forgets his sword and he goes, oh shit, and then he finds the Sword of the Stone, he takes it and he says, whoa!
It's really funny, actually, yeah. The entire movie is like Merlin teaches this fucking shitty-ass kid named, like, Wart. It teaches Wart about all, like, the tricks that animals have and how they're valuable skills to apply to your, like, real life. And then at the end of the movie, his mean knight brother is like, you're my page now, get me a sword. And then he gets a sword from the stone and the movie ends.
So the plot of that movie is he's in his wizard training.
Clickbait movie titles is a great way to put it, actually. That's literally what...
Merlin's having fun. He's training King Arthur. And King Arthur pisses him off by saying, whoa, check it out. I get to go to London. And the wizard gets so pissed off that he turns into a rocket ship and goes to Bermuda.
He goes to Bermuda, and
in the last, 40 seconds of the movie...
he not only goes to Bermuda, he also goes forward in time. So he
goes to modern-day
Arthur.
Bermuda.
He goes to modern-day Bermuda and comes back with, like, a Hawaiian shirt.
At the end of the movie, he comes back and he says, wow, this could be a movie. And he looks at the camera and it ends. That's basically what happens.
No, you're wrong. He doesn't say...
No, I'm exaggerating.
I want to quickly say, because not exaggerating, it makes it actually worse. Because he says, this could be a movie.
Oh, yeah,
and then King Arthur says, what's a movie? And he says, it's like television without ads. And then the movie ends.
Yep.
So it's actually worse than what you described.
Yeah, I forgot that was that abrupt. Like, he says, this could be a movie. King Arthur goes, what's a movie? And he says, oh, it's like television. without advertisements. And it
Cut
feels
to
like
the
an offhand
credits.
joke and credits.
Cut to credits.
Credits run.
That's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie. That's literally the last line of the movie.
Fucking weird. It's not good. It's not very good.
Absolute crap.
I honestly think Sword in the Stone might be D tier. Now that I talk about it, I actually
because I had
like
so
it
much
less.
fun with other parts
You're
of it.
right. There's stuff in it that I like. It's just it has a Jungle Book problem, but the stuff leading up to the ending is not as bad as the stuff leading up to the ending in the Jungle
have it
Book.
above Cinderella and
The Jungle Book also,
directly.
I want to quickly throw out, Jungle Book had some racism in it. I forgot
just a
to
little
mention
bit.
that. It had some racism in it.
So-
I think that's also... Oh, can we also quickly Disney Magic these really quick? Just like
Disney
rapid
Magic,
fire?
like rapid fire?
Sleeping
Yeah, sure.
Beauty, Disney
Sleeping
Magic,
Beauty, a little
Cinderella,
bit.
Disney Magic.
Tons overflowing.
Sword in
with
the Stone, not really.
Yeah, not really.
Alice in Wonderland,
None.
yes, but not
I'd say
really
very
in a
little,
good way.
Very little. There's nothing like
Home on the Range, off the charts. Huge
that's
Disney
arguable.
Magic. Jungle Book... I don't even fucking know.
There was nothing magical
Not
in that movie.
no. Pocahontas.
It tried.
It tried to
There
have
was something
Disney
in
Magic. It didn't really
There was
succeed.
something magic. Someone's magic was
Yeah.
in that movie.
All right. Sword in the Stone.
Sword in the Stone.
Kind of a weird, aimless movie that
I
dawdles
have-
around a lot.
I have, I'm going to move a few of mine down to D tier.
Okay.
I'm going to move Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Sword in the Stone all down to D tier.
Okay.
And the reason why is alongside Jungle Book and Alice, which are my other D tier movies, mind you, they're all just meandering.
Yeah.
They all just, it's like sitting in a, those like old Disney rides? You ever go on the
No.
Three Caballeros ride at Disneyland? This is for chat.
Okay.
I love that ride because I love the Three Caballeros. You're just sort of in a boat and you watch some cutscenes happen, and then you see the
Are the
animatronic.
cutscenes
at the end.
that's good then.
No, at the very end, in the last
okay, never
last
mind.
turn, there's an animatronic of 3 birds.
Okay.
And so that's what it feels like. It feels like you sit in a little tiny boat and you ride through, and a bunch of cutscenes happen, and then you're like, "Oh, look, it's Donald Duck!
All right.
It's Donald Duck and his 2 boyfriends," and then it's over.
Speaking of that, can I do my next lowest movie? Because
knock
I
yourself
don't
out.
think we're going to talk about it that much.
Yeah, go for it.
This is a movie in D tier for me. It's Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Did not like Dumbo.
I think I had Dumbo higher. Where did I have Dumbo? Not much higher.
Ear Baby Dumbo.
Ear Baby Dumbo.
Fuck off. Fuck off, little shithead. Dumbo sucks. I don't know. It was just like pointless.
Here's the thing.
Dumbo's about an elephant with big ears, and everyone shits on him, and then he meets some racist crows and flies, and the movie ends.
I really like the mouse. I like the Dumbo mouse.
I like the Dumbo mouse. I think the Dumbo mouse is good.
I'm a mouse.
I think the Dumbo mouse is cool.
Hey, Dumbo?
I think the Dumbo mouse is fine. I think he's cute. Dumbo, yeah, I was gonna say it has the pink elephants on parade scene. Everyone loves that. I want to quickly say the most racist part of Dumbo isn't even the crows, which was shocking. I thought
isn't that crazy?
I thought the crows would be the most racist because people talk about that one. The most racist part of the movie is when they're setting up the circus at the very beginning of the movie, and a bunch of faceless figures that are all portrayed
Every single one
as
is black.
African American.
Yes.
They're all black people. Sing a song where they say that we don't know how to read or write, and when we get money, we spend it all immediately, and that's why we're poor. And they do menial
we
labor.
love working for this
And we love
circus.
working for the circus. And it's the most. It's actually like.
It's like, ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's
whoa.
like it's one of the most racist things that I think is, I actually think it's like, it's almost worse than the Peter Pan racism, because Peter Pan's racism is awful, but it's like caricatured racism. The Dumbo racism is like rotoscoped figures singing about how they're awful, like lesser
they are
people.
literally black. I was
Yeah,
like, are
they
they
are
just in
literally-
shadow?
no,
Because you
they're-
could reasonably say, like, oh, they're just like
Yeah, no,
figures
they
in shadow
have
'cause
brown
it's during a
skin.
thunderstorm.
It
Yeah,
is
explicitly.
genuinely one of the most like horrifyingly racist things that happens in any Disney movie, in a really, really troubling way. Like, it's not caricature, it's nothing like that. It's just Disney having a little song about how like laborers and I guess just black people are like, it's so insanely bad. I would say look it up, but it's not worth your fucking time.
Yeah.
It's really bad. And the movie itself is just whatever. Dumbo is in the fucking circus.
I had Dumbo a little higher, but not really. It's in the same
Yeah,
general scheme.
Dumbo's in the circus. He gets fucking clown makeup, and all the clowns are like, "Dumbo, your ears are fucking stupid," and all the elephants hate him.
My favorite thing about Dumbo is that Dumbo is an insult name.
Yeah, his name's Jumbo.
They show up. His name is Jumbo Jr.
His name's Jumbo
and
Jr.
The fucking all the bully elephants go more like Dumbo because he has big ears.
Oh yeah,
which is nonsensical, by the way.
Yeah, the main crow. So for reference, if you're not familiar with Dumbo, there's a gang of crows at the end that helps out Dumbo. Mm-hmm. And they're all, I mean, if you ever watched old animation, if there's crows, they're going to be racist.
Yeah.
100% of the time, they're always going to be, like, racist depictions of black people, because that's a thing that happens a lot. Mm. It's one of the most weird, it's so fucking common. Anyways, the main one is called Jim Crow, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Dumbo is, like, genuinely so racist that it's weird. I think that it's the only bright spot is that the crows are not evil at the end.
Yeah.
Because it comes across as if they're going to be evil, and then they're not. They, like, help Dumbo fly.
Yes.
That's the one thing that I think Dumbo has going for it. But yeah, not a good movie. Not really memorable either.
Can I talk about my next one?
Yeah, please do. I'm done with Dumbo.
Racial
Dumbo.
Caricature is a very good segue. Y'all are going to be surprised by this one. This is C tier.
Okay.
Right above Dumbo, all the meandering ones in Peter Pan. It's Aladdin.
Oh, yeah.
I
Aladdin?
can't stand Aladdin. Aladdin was like one of the,
yeah.
I think, the most annoyed I was watching a movie.
Aladdin is at the, it's third from the bottom in my C tier. I did not like Aladdin either.
It's not just because it feels like a fucking post 9/11 New Yorker cartoon.
I'm gonna look up Robin Williams Genie on Google Images.
The genie is the worst aspect of it. Is it rated C? Yes. Aladdin is bottom C tier.
This fucking dude... This fucking asshole. This is the worst character in fiction.
He is the worst character ever.
This is the worst character in all of fiction.
There's some characters whose only like trait is that they shit themselves the whole movie.
Yeah. I like them more than I like the genie.
I can't stand him.
Here's the thing. Yeah, it still ranks C because there's stuff that's good in it.
Yeah, like here's the thing. The highlight of Aladdin for me. He's on the balcony. And he's talking to Jasmine. Aladdin's talking to Jasmine. He's trying to convince her he's a prince. And every fucking 3 words that Aladdin says, the genie cuts in a bee costume going, you better be careful. You better be nice. Uh-oh, I'm going down. And then he crashes. And he's not in the movie. He's... Then the genie's not in the movie for literally 10 minutes.
Yeah,
literally 10 minutes.
Those 10 minutes are like a breath of fresh air. The movie gets good.
They have character like interaction. You see like blossoming romance. I can show you the world plays. There's an action sequence that's just Jafar being like, "You meddling wench, I will defeat you," and he's like, "Oh, everything I liked about this movie is happening." And then the genie comes back and he's like, "Oh,
and he does like this. He does whatever this is, and it's like, okay, what are you fucking doing, man?"
Dude.
Yeah, it's so weird because whenever you look at people talk about Aladdin, they're always say Aladdin Genie's sad. Oh no, look how sad he is. I'm gonna fucking leave this on screen. Whenever you look at like discussion of Aladdin, people are gonna be like, Robin Williams' Genie is beyond compare. He's one of the best parts of the movie, and he's also one of the best Disney characters ever. He's fucking annoying. He just makes stupid, irrelevant 90s references, and even when he's not doing that, he's just fucking not funny, and he's annoying. He never shuts the fuck up. There's nothing likable about this character. He blows.
He's irredeemable.
I think that,
ruined voice acting
forever, too, yeah. If you fucking ever wonder
this
why,
is nothing against Robin Williams, because he specifically said, like, he didn't want to like make it a precedent, right?
I say fuck Robin Williams.
No.
It's his fault. I think that I don't know.
That sucks. It sucks to be known that you're like big roles that people talk about you when you're like a known actor who's beloved and dies are the genie from Aladdin and Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's really rough.
That's really unfortunate.
Really rough.
I think he got out fucking scot-free.
Aladdin, yeah, Aladdin
5 years
is like
later, this shit would have been in the dumpster, man.
Aladdin is domino effect to Chris Pratt as Mario, absolutely. It
shapeshifts into Rodney Dangerfield. Wow.
Yeah, that's the whole fucking movie. And also, I mean, Aladdin is also really fucking racist. Yeah. I do want to throw it out there. It's an awful, awful, awful depiction of what it's depicting. It's fucking blows. We talked about this while I was playing Kingdom Hearts, so we don't even really need to go that into it. But it's pretty racist. It's like
bad.
It's bad. It straight up is bad enough that it's one of the only Disney movies on Disney Plus where I think that the opening song was actually changed. They edited it. because the original opening song used to be more racist, so they had to make it less racist. I don't know, man. This movie's it's so weird. It's not very good. It's honestly, it is like, I guess, like, next to Pocahontas for me, that period that people call like the Disney Renaissance, it's definitely at the bottom for me.
Yeah, it's like very bottom.
And it sucks because there's definitely the skeleton of a good movie there, but then this shit happens and it's fucking annoying as fuck. It's like, fucking stop it. Fucking stop it. I want to fucking choke him. I want to choke the genie to death. I hate him.
I'll make a comparison to this once we get to a different...
It's so fucking... Look, he's fucking pisses me off. I'm getting so fucking mad looking at it. I'm gonna buy this on eBay right now.
Don't buy this on eBay.
Look at this. This is a great product.
My eBay information is
Man,
on this page.
I can't wait to talk about
eBay.
eBay soon, because that's gonna come up on this list.
Okay,
yeah, Aladdin. Not a great movie. Really, genuinely
Kinda
overrated.
shit.
And I went in with an open mind, but it was still, not great. I really wanted to like it. I definitely went in with like the mindset of like, this movie's a little bit racist, but I didn't go with the mindset that the genie was the worst thing in the world. I was ready to like the genie because everyone loves him so much, but yeah, he fucking blows.
Aladdin, yeah, we're like Aladdin.
One of the worst parts of the movie, one of the worst Disney characters.
Yeah,
brings the whole movie down. If he was gone or just less annoying, this movie would probably be like B or even A tier because I like the basic characters. There's a good skeleton,
now,
but yeah.
I'm curious because everything that's we've done is so far in my bottom.
Yeah.
I'm curious what your next one is.
We haven't even gotten to my C tier yet.
Yeah.
Okay. God, I feel like we're blowing so much of the fun discussion really early on.
What are we talking about? No way.
No
way. No, you don't have it in C tier.
I'm thinking about it.
You don't have it in C tier. No.
You know what? No, I'm actually changing my. I'm actually changing this around. This one's fast. This one's a fast one to talk about.
No way, that's in C tier.
This one's a fast one to talk about. Because I did not really like it at all. This is basically bottom of my C tier. Outside of Sword in the Stone, this is the second bottom of my C tier. Great Mouse Detective. Did not like it.
Where did I put it? That's literally my next one.
Yeah. I don't know. If you like this movie, I'm sorry. But this movie is boring, and I did not care for it.
Here's the thing. It's not that it was bad.
It's not even bad. It's not even bad.
That it's a Sherlock Holmes movie, and my brain like couldn't actively tune in.
This is one that like I just kind of tuned. It's part of your childhood, yeah.
You had the watch along.
Oh no, you love this one. People love this one. People do like this one a lot, and I get why. I think that if you like Sherlock Holmes stuff, you might like this movie. I really do not like Sherlock Holmes stories.
I like Sherlock Holmes stuff, but I've seen like a million of them, and just seeing whether it's like
I don't love Sherlock Holmes. I really don't love like Sherlock Holmes for kids. I think that's like I'm really neutral about like the like we're in London, there's quite a mystery to be solved shit in the first place, but when you turn it into like we're in London, there's quite a mystery to be solved. Mrs. Pennywise stole the cookies from the cookie jar because she can't do murder or anything because this movie's for kids. It's like fucking whatever.
Bragging and based on their cool character designs. Yeah, no, everyone looks great.
There's cool character designs. It has some really well animated sequences.
3D animated clock fight. It's fun.
It's crazy. Fun. It looks really crazy for the time, like 80s. Wow. I think it looks really good. There's stuff I like about it, but I genuinely think just the fact that it's Sherlock Holmes like does make me less interested in it. This is just an inherent bias thing. Like I'm willing to admit that, right? Like, this isn't even really a judge of the movie's quality. This is just me like. I don't care about the subject matter, and I found it really hard to pay attention throughout the whole thing.
That's why this is like bottom of B tier for me.
Yeah, I put it in C tier because it just didn't hold my attention, but I'm aware that I'm probably being a little bit too harsh on this one. I honestly was just the subject matter made me tuned out for most of it. I don't even have much to say. What's your next one?
This is my last one in C tier.
Really? Okay, we haven't even gotten into my C tier that much, so...
Yeah, this is my last one in my C tier. Here's the thing, mine are kind of, like, broad. I'm fine with, like, adjusting them.
Okay.
The last one in my C tier, so the last movie that's worse than Home and Range, Rescuers Down Under.
Okay, you were asleep for a lot of this one.
This is partially because I fell asleep for it.
You were asleep for this one.
I fell asleep for this movie. It opened up.
You didn't know it was happening when I put it on this morning.
I woke up and I talked to you about it, and you're like, you fell asleep during Rescuers Down Under, and I was like, no, they were, we just got it. They just the talking seagull just landed them in
and I was
Australia.
like, no, the kid's in a cage.
And you're like, that was like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
The movie does nothing for me. Clicked out entirely. Not just because I was tired. Clicked out. I just tapped.
I liked one thing in this movie.
Albatross, thank you.
I liked when Miss Bianca and Bernard got married. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I agree. I
like the characters.
I'm a sucker for characters getting married in movies.
I agree. I think that Miss Bianca. We're gonna talk about this more when we actually talk about the Rescuers, which also honestly I don't even think we'll go that much into depth about.
But I have a while before the Rescuers actually.
But I really like Miss Bianca and
She's
Bernard.
adorable.
I think they're a really cute duo. Really like them, and their designs are really fun. My problem, I actually do think that Rescuers Down Under is
this might just be me.
This one's at the bottom. This one's at the very bottom of my B tier.
I kind of want to talk about this movie in a pair with Rescuers 1.
Okay.
Because it feels like I want to make a lot of comparisons.
Okay, I mean, do we want to just do that now? You just want to say where the Rescuers is, or do you want to wait?
I'll wait until we get to it.
We'll talk about this one more later, but I actually think that's a fair place for it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the Rescuers Down Under a little bit more later.
I think every movie at this point ahead is okay.
Okay. Well, we're not even out of my C tier yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one might get me some flack.
Ooh.
This one might get me a little bit of flack. This might be an unpopular opinion.
This is in C tier?
This is in C tier. Moana.
Moana? Really? That low?
I didn't love Moana.
I didn't love Moana either. I thought I was putting Moana pretty low, but that's real low.
I'm sorry. Moana?
God.
I don't know.
That's really low. That's really low. I'm just like looking at the movies that are above it that were like going
The water's great. Water's great in Moana.
Like oh my god. That's so low. Holy shit.
I don't know why I didn't like Moana.
No, like I'm not surprised you didn't like Moana. I don't care for Moana either. I think it's one of the weaker ones of this pretty animated Disney movie. It doesn't have a bunch of energy. The plot's kind of meandering. It just sort of happens. At the same time,
she got an iPad. Here's the thing.
We're below so many things.
Here's the thing.
So many fucking things.
Moana. Well, you have to look on the bright side. I'm not even done with my C tier yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I guess I just didn't like it. I just didn't really like it that much. I was kind of bored the whole time.
Here's the thing. I liked Moana a lot more the second time.
Okay.
The first time I just hated it.
Yeah. First time
I came out, I was with a Disney adult. I was rooming with my roommate in.
College?
In college. My college roommate was a Tsum Tsum collector.
Yeah. Oh, I remember them.
No, she's great.
She was fun. I liked her. She was fun, but she was a Disney adult.
We saw Moana together, and she was so legitimately just like, that movie sucked.
Oh, no.
I did not like that movie.
Huh. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
And it made you not like it very much.
No, I feel like when you're seeing a Disney movie, when you see a movie with someone who's a big fan of that genre, they kind of carry you through it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's easier to watch a horror movie with a horror fan than anyone else, just because, like, they boost you up for the parts where, like, am I supposed to like this? And you see someone go, ah! And you're like,
yay, that's great. Yeah, I get you.
So, I feel like it made it, the fact that they weren't reacting,
it
had
colored
the
your
inverse
perception
effect,
a little bit.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can't even really put my finger on what I didn't like about Moana. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way in a weird way. I was kind of bored through the whole thing. I didn't like Moana that much, and I also didn't like The Rock that much.
Yeah. It's a cast of two characters that neither one really grabbed me.
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed at every attempt at humor.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking like the crab guy. I didn't like the crab guy. I didn't like the crab guy very much, but his song was the best song in the movie.
Yeah. I do like the Moana songs.
Opinions on Shiny Crab Guy. I didn't like him, but I liked his song.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. I thought that he was an underwhelming villain, and also, I think that Moana. Here's my opinion on Moana. There's a definite thing that Disney does now where their movies don't really have villains anymore.
Oh yeah, that really weighed it down, I think.
But here's the thing: is Moana was like one of their earlier attempts at a movie without a villain, and I don't think they had it down.
No, I didn't. Think that they did that a lot. Yeah, consistently.
I think they were kind of trying. The crab villain was there for like one scene, and he's not even really a villain. He's like in one scene, he does a song, and then he's not in the rest of the movie.
Here's the thing: Disney movies currently, the 3D ones especially, are so much bigger.
Yeah.
They're really big. It's like a
Moana-
sprawling adventure.
Yeah.
And Moana's sprawling adventure feels like she doesn't really go anywhere.
Moana feels like a trial run of what Disney movies are really trying to do more at this point. And I think it's interesting because of that.
Yeah, it's...
But it reminds me a lot of, like, it's higher budget, it's big, it's fancy, but in a lot of ways it reminds me of some of the meandering mid-70s
Yeah, I agree. It feels
Disney
a lot
movies.
like... It feels a lot like a Sword of the Stone.
Yeah, it feels
like
kind of like a Sword in the Stone. It's a collection of things happening and then the movie ends.
Yeah. I think it's just, like, higher quality than... We'll see.
I agree, but I just feel like it meandered in a lot of the ways that I find uninteresting.
Like, Moana's not high for me.
Yeah. It meandered around with a higher budget and with a lot more, like, glitz and glamour than Sword in the Stone, but it still was just meandering around for a long time. That's really
my
a thing that...
My 3 animator ass was like...
It looks nice. It looks nice. It's a good-looking movie, but...
Rick Johnson has tattoos. Yeah, it had The Rock and it had 3 animation.
Alright, what's your next?
Me?
Yeah, you're in B tier now, for you.
This is bottom of B tier.
Okay.
Here's the thing, I'm very broad. My B could arguably be a C, to be completely honest.
Okay, what's the bottom of your B tier?
Bottom of B tier, Snow White.
Really? That's your bottom of B tier?
Yeah. It could probably be somewhere else in B tier.
Okay, Snow White is in my A tier.
That's completely reasonable, I think. I think that's totally reasonable.
Snow White is a movie that I have an A tier, and it is very much in there for the same reason that, like, I think Sleeping Beauty is, like, in B tier for me, and it's because, like, I just, like, kind of have to respect it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like... I think Snow White, because it was one of the earlier ones that I ranked, B felt right.
Yeah. I think that I'm putting it in. It feels weird having it in B to me. I'll put it in B. It's whatever.
Just top of B, top of B. Because it's not like a compelling story particularly.
No.
The main villain gets crushed by a rock.
Yeah. The main villain gets crushed by a rock, and she, like, it's her fault. She just kind of falls over.
But it's a massive feat of animation.
Yeah. Snow White is
Snow White is a near perfect execution of what it was trying to be. You're right.
Sure,
That's a very good way of putting it.
It's a beautiful movie, really crazy. A lot of the stuff that it does is, like, mind-blowing for when it came out. Like, fucking, what, like, 1936 or something? Yeah, like, it's so insane. Early. One of the things that really struck me watching Snow White is how much better that it is, not only compared to, like, animation from its time, but just compared to movies from its time.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
It does stuff with movies that, like, live-action movies didn't do for such a long time.
Snow White is legitimately, I think, probably one of the best movies from the 1930s by, like, a mile.
Easily. It's probably the best movie from that decade. It's
probably the most impactful movie from 1930s.
It's like, one of the most impactful movies of, like, fucking, I don't know, like, any year prior to, like, 1950s, probably. Like... It's notable how often, going all the way up into, like, the 60s or 50s, that Snow White comes up in, like, movie reviews and stuff.
They keep releasing... Disney, like, Snow White was their golden goose. They re-released that movie, like, 5 or 6 times up to fucking 1970.
Yeah. And I mean, like...
It made money, like, every time.
You know who I hated?
What?
I'm like... fucking hate this guy.
The first Disney comedy guy.
Here's
the thing.
Disney, and they never got any better than this.
First Disney comedy character, and they nailed it in that he never said a word.
He was very silent.
He never said a word. Yeah. Imagine if they made him talk. He's like, what? No. I'm dopey.
It's worth noting that there was going to be a CG version of Snow White. The backstory that they gave Dopey was that he was silent because he watched his parents die in front of him and he was traumatized. That's not a joke.
Fucking God.
That's not in the original story.
Can you look up Disney Descendants Dopey? Like, real quick, just so I can mention this.
Yeah, hold on.
You can look up Disney Descendants Dopey.
Oh, is this about the...
Yeah, this is his kid. Scroll a little bit. Wait, up. The one with the script on it. Up one more. Yeah.
Oh, the son of Dopey.
Yeah, Descendants 3. Son of Dopey. Zachary
This is Dopey's
Gibson.
son. Outside of talking about Dopey, yeah, I mean, Snow White is genuinely, like, a classic, and I think that it's hard. Peter Dinklage criticized the whole concept of this film, and he's right. I think that Peter Dinklage's perspective was also 100% the fact that they're doing a live action remake of Snow White and they're just not changing it all is really weird, like funny. It's weird. It's not
Here's
great.
the thing,
and I think
I said
also
this
like,
when we were watching it.
Yeah.
I think the number one reason that Peter Dinklage brought this up is someone must have approached him about it.
Oh, absolutely.
And
they're probably like,
is
"Do you want to play Dopey?"
That's the single like most insulting thing I could potentially imagine.
Can you imagine that? If
like,
if someone approached you and you're like, "You'd be perfect to play Dopey" or something.
Okay, so
like,
here's the
oh
thing.
my god.
Here's the thing. It's like stereotypes are a thing in movies. You have like a character that's like clearly like a gay stereotype, but they weren't.
Yeah.
And let's say you remake that movie, and you want to be progressive, so you're like, we're gonna get a real gay to play this character. And then you go and you try and be like, hey, we need a gay actor to play this horrendous gay stereotype.
The character's like, yeah.
It's like, hey, wait a minute, that's worse.
Yeah.
It's
that's almost worse. Yeah. I think that Snow White, like 1930s Snow White, is interesting because the dwarves are definitely like, they're treated like the fantasy creature dwarves in a weird way.
Yeah.
And I'm so curious to see how they're going to update that for modern
hobbits.
Times.
Make them hobbits. You're good.
What are they going to do?
Make them hobbits. You're good.
They're going to like make them basically be the same though. They're going to be like one personality trait creatures, but you're going to get like, oh, an actual little person is playing Dopey now. Like, it's going to be awful. And I think they're
like
also...
it's like if you went to fucking Dumbo and you're like, oh, Jim Crow was a very offensive stereotype, so we're
getting Idris Elba to play him.
Play him to make it right.
Yeah, you know,
it's like you get the issue here.
Yeah,
the issue.
Yeah,
it makes sense when you start to like first perspectivize it like that.
Yeah, it's bad. And it's also funny because I think they're bragging about like a Latina actress is playing Snow White now, and it's like, who fucking cares? Like, the whole movie's fucked up, actually, especially from a modern lens. If you're making one now, you know. All right, well, yeah, that's Snow White. It is a classic. It is beautiful. It is mind blowing for the time it was released.
It's also, it's just good, solid good. I think this is the first like solidly good movie.
Yeah. Okay. Next for me. All right, here's one that this might be something a little controversy.
Controversy?
Bolt.
Bolt?
I'm putting Bolt above Moana. Is this fucked up? Is this like evil? Does it feel like a bad person to do this? I liked Bolt.
Do I have Bolt above
I
Moana?
enjoyed watching Bolt more than I enjoyed watching Moana.
I don't have Bolt above Moana, but I have Bolt quite a bit higher than this.
I don't even know what to say about Bolt. It feels like a fake movie.
I liked it. I liked it. It was fine.
Show the Bolt showing? I don't think I can show that on stream.
Yeah, that we would get banned for
I'm pretty sure that he has bulge showing.
Yeah, he has cock showing.
Yeah, he has like his dick out. Bolt's weird. It feels like a DreamWorks movie again.
Part of Bolt that surprised me. That movie was so much like better than I expected it to be. It wasn't good.
No, it's not very good.
It was a fully competent animated movie. The most annoying character in the most annoying character in the movie was notably less.
Was it Hamston?
Yeah, it was Hamston, and he annoyed me notably
yeah,
less
Hamston's
than a
in this
lot
movie.
of other characters.
For all the Overwatch fans out there, Hamston is in Bolt. This is a great shot of all the main characters, actually.
Here's the thing. I think you'd expect Bolt to be an annoying character.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
He's not.
And
he's fine.
The cat
it's
he's
cute.
with, I like the cat. I like the cat
cute.
character.
Legit, just fun movie. Weird, high concept premise.
Really? Okay, so
really
can I quickly say what the concept of Bolt is?
Yeah, go for it. Knock yourself out.
So, how many people have watched Bolt? Because if you have not watched Bolt, I want you to tell me, what do you think Bolt's about?
Yeah, someone who's never seen
Bolt. If
Bolt.
you've never seen Bolt and you don't know about it, tell me what you think it's about. All right, well, Synth already spoiled it, so never mind. Yeah, the concept of Bolt is like he's an actor in a movie. He's like an actor on a TV show. He's like a dog in a TV show, but he's been gaslit his entire life to think that the TV show is real. And then they the woman that owns him, the kid that owns him, who's also his owner in the show, gets kidnapped in the show, and Bolt thinks it's real, so he escapes the movie set.
Yeah, and then he's in the real world, and he thinks he's a real superhero.
He goes into a box and ends up in New York, and he thinks he's a real superhero because he's been gaslit for his entire life. And he slowly learns that he's not a superhero and that he actually sucks because he's a normal dog.
Yeah.
And that's the whole movie.
It's cute.
It's like a
It's
cute
fun.
concept, but it was genuinely like it's so fucking high concept for a hour and 20-minute long like children's movie made in 2006. It's really really weird.
I think
Look at him, oh, little puppy.
it feels like a DreamWorks movie in like a positive way. Does that make sense?
This is a good picture.
Like it feels DreamWorks-esque as a positive.
Yeah, it's like
To its
DreamWorks
favor.
and not in like the dream. It's like Home on the Range is DreamWorks-esque in a bad way.
Home on the Ranch, I wouldn't even call that DreamWorks-esque.
It was like
DreamWorks-esque.
I don't know. It was like their attempt to be like cutting and modern. Though.
I guess so,
It was
but
weird.
not even that. It
It was like trying to be hip.
I guess.
But I don't know. I liked Bolt. I thought it was cute.
Isn't he a hero in the end of the film by believing? No. He's a normal dog.
He's
He
a
just,
hero.
runs into
Like,
fire.
yeah, he's a hero in the sense that like he does like save the kid. He saves the kid from a fire, but he doesn't like have superpowers or whatever. He just like saves the kid from a fire. He barks. That's it. DreamWorks-esque. DreamWorks is just like DreamWorks is like it's hip. DreamWorks is hip.
DreamWorks
it's
is the
more
Pepsi.
with it.
It's
there's
the Pepsi
no,
to Disney's Coca-Cola.
There's no Disney magic in DreamWorks. There's fart jokes and shit.
No, well, there's. I don't think it's that, but it's
Okay.
just like.
Oh yeah, hold on, quick Disney magic break. Disney magic
God.
is in Snow White. Disney
immensely.
magic not in Bolt really.
Little
There's
bit.
Digi magic. There's Disney magic in Moana.
Yeah. Rescuers, hell no. Hell
I
no.
don't think
Are
there
you
was-
fucking kidding
They
me?
get married. That's like a little bit.
That's
Disney
not
magic,
Disney
but
magic.
barely. Aladdin has some Disney magic. Great magic. I don't fucking care. I don't care.
Yeah, we're good.
yeah.
DreamWorks-esque, just it's like the target audience of a DreamWorks movie.
like
It's like a
teens.
little off kilter. It's a little like quirky.
Yeah.
It's like
No. I'm
it's
sorry.
much more tongue in cheek
Um.
than say a Disney movie would be. But Disney's slowly like tried to compete with that market as well.
Yeah.
Just like Coke Zero.
But Bolt's fine. Bolt's fine.
Fine
I think
movie.
that it's a movie that I think of as it's like it's from that orange era. It came out
from the
with like
orange era.
Chicken Little and stuff. Everyone hates those movies, but Bolt's fine.
Absolutely fine.
What's your next movie?
My next movie. So this is below Bolt for me.
Okay.
This is near the bottom of B tier. The only one that is above is Great Mouse Detective.
Okay.
It's Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yes.
This is
the best movie of all time.
yeah, it's the best movie of all time.
so
It's
for
only
reference-
down here for like pure kindness.
It's in my C tier.
This movie is oh my god.
Okay, they're gonna Penelope.
Penelope,
Penelope, I'm gonna wreck it. Penelope, I'm sorry that I cut your I'm sorry I cut your brakes, Penelope. Penelope, I'm sorry that I filled your house with carbon monoxide, Penelope.
fill my house with carbon monoxide?
Oh, I don't know, Penelope. I just I didn't like that you were hanging out with Franklin from GTA 5, Penelope.
bomb sitting on pilot brakes.
Oh, I don't know about that, Penelope. Oh, Penelope, I'm sorry I sent you cyanide in the mail, Penelope. It was an accident. I just didn't like that you were hanging out with I didn't like that you were hanging out with Soap from Call of Duty so much, you know? I know, we're friends, right? Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Penelope.
what was your next one?
We're talking about Ralph.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Ralph.
Let's talk about Ralph. Oh, no, I'm frozen. Okay. Ralph is... I don't even know what to fucking say about... We watched this last night.
We watched this last night.
This
yeah.
is fresh in my mind still.
And the important highlight of Ralph that I just want to mention before it goes by, there's a running bit about Wreck-It Ralph accidentally calling eBay E-Boy.
Did they know?
I don't think they know. It was, it's the running joke is he's like, what's E-Boy?
Yeah.
E-Boy? And he goes to Fix-It Felix and he's like, what's an E-Boy? And Fix-It Felix is like, I know what an E-Boy is. What's an E-Boy, Ralph?
And he's like, oh, eBay.
And then later on in the movie, eBay sends him like a DM,
they send him like a little
They send him like
guy.
an alert to be like your product's low, and it's a little like delivery guy, and he's like, "Oh look, it's a real E-boy.
Yeah.
the E-boy's here."
And they just call him that for the
Constantly.
rest of the movie. His name is E-Boy.
His name is E-boy, and it shows
Yeah.
up all the time. He's like, "Oh, thank goodness you respect me, E-boy." It's so weird.
Ralph Breaks the Internet is from 2017, which is before E-Boy was really in
was
vogue.
just too short.
When was the Beirut explosion?
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, because I...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because when I...
What's
the-
up to Wreck-It
Hold
Ralph?
on, hold on. Hold on.
Was the Ralph shit up like, "Oh, I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
wreck it, Penelope."
I'm gonna wreck it.
No, are you fucking kidding
No,
me?
because here's
What's
the
that
thing.
have to do with it?
Let me fucking talk, because you're cutting me off. So, E-Boy was in its maximum vogue state during the Beirut explosion. I remember this
What
because...
the fuck are you talking about? What kind of, like, term association is that?
I remember
Are you
this.
kidding me?
Shut up. I remember this because there was a YouTube video I saw on,
Are
like,
you
the front
fucking
page
kidding me?
called, like, E-Boys React to the Beirut explosion. And it was, like, totally straight-faced, like, 3 Discord E-Boys being like, oh, it's fucking awful. All those people died.
Oh my fucking
And when
God.
I think of E-Boys, I think of, like, that was the era. When was
my
that?
God.
Don't
Oh
say
my
what the
God.
fuck. Tell me when that was. Because if it was 2018 or 2019, then
Oh
Ralph
my
was
God.
ahead of its time. 2020? Seriously? Holy
That was 2020?
That's so much more recent than I thought it was. That video's deleted. That
Seriously.
video's deleted, but I have a screen cap of it on my computer at home. Because it was so fucking insane to me that someone
shit's
uploaded
crazy.
that. Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is going on in Beirut, dude?
So, Ralph...
Wait. I have to, like, Google what's going on in Beirut. Like,
So-
how are they doing?
I hope they're doing well. That was really scary. That was a
During
scary
COVID?
time.
Like,
Yeah,
fucking
that
2
was...
years of COVID?
So-
that whole thing was gone.
So Ralph did that before 3 years, before E-Boys were really like 100% in vogue.
Oh my
It was
God.
not. It was
You know
not
what?
a Todd and Aaron video.
I can't judge you for that because like, fucking my timeline thing is with Star Wars. You know, Star Wars Rogue One came out.
Yeah.
That's my like frame of reference for the Bode cat meme. Remember everyone was posting fat cats
I remember
with the text
Bode. I remember Bode. Yeah.
There's a character in Star Wars Rogue One whose name was Bodhi.
And you're like,
all
oh,
it made me
Bode.
think of was Bode, the fat cat image that gets posted.
That's
so I
fair.
get where you're coming
That's a
from.
little bit less bad than my
It's
association
notably
with
better than you
E-Boys.
just bringing that up. popping
Okay,
that out.
so
But-
anyways, Ralph
yeah, isn't
breaks
that
the
crazy?
internet.
Qweave actually beat me for one of the craziest things we were saying on their stream. I'm gone. Like I'm off the hook. I'm safe. All I need to do is not fuck up, and we're good.
Here's the thing: I didn't say anything dumb. I was right. I was right because that means that Ralph Breaks the Internet was saying E-Boy before E-Boy was like a thing that was in vogue.
Unfortunately.
So that proves it. So I finished the conversation for you. You're fucking welcome.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie.
Ralph.
I'm not gonna lie. You're welcome. That was a reference from a lot.
Highlight of Ralph. They go to GTA.
Highlight of Ralph. Can you explain the joke of Ralph?
The joke of Ralph?
The joke of Ralph.
I mean, he's on the internet.
That's true.
He's,
So Ralph.
Okay, no, I'll explain. You know, like when you find like an ugly video game sprite, and someone like posts it on Twitter.com, and all you see is people talking about it. Like, remember that meme about the skull? Remember the skeleton appears, and it's the skull from Skyrim, and people just plugged it into videos like, oh, it's only the skulls in here. The plot of Wreck-It Ralph that's Ralph from the video game Wreck-It Ralph. He shows up in every video now. That's all everyone's seeing.
Can I quickly go over this? Can I quickly also go over this? So I'm gonna summarize the plot as fast as I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
I'm gonna get some water. Speedrun it.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Boot's gone. I'm summarizing the plot of Wreck-It Ralph 2. So, Penelope from Ralph is like, I'm bored with my game. And Ralph goes into her game and digs a big trench so that she can ride around in the trench, because it's a new track that he made. And someone's playing the game, and Penelope rides around in the trench, and she takes control of the game from the person playing the game. And she steers around so hard that she breaks the wheel of the machine off. And they are like, damn.
Please, can I have some of your turkey?
Sure.
Thank you.
And they were like, oh, damn. The steering wheel's broke. And this is going to cost $300 on eBay. The arcade owner says that. And he's like, that's more money than this arcade game makes in a year. So we're just gonna sell the arcade machine for parts.
Hey, Penelope, we need $700.
We need $700, Penelope. I want to quickly throw out that no one in the fucking... Why the fuck did they even have Penelope's machine sitting around? It makes like fucking less than $300 a fucking year? That's pathetic. No one in the world plays it. That's like they probably spend more on power for that shitty ass game than like they make. It's absurd. So they need $300. So they go to the internet. Because they go to the internet and they go to eBay. And they're like, oh, I want to spend a lot of money on this part, Penelope. So they drive the bidding up to like $27,000. So they actually need $27,000, not $700 this time. And that's the premise of the movie. Boot's still not here. He's getting water for a really long time. I'm just like waiting. How's everyone doing? Anyone seen this movie? Has anybody seen this movie? I do want to pull that really fast. Has anyone fucking seen this goddamn movie? You haven't? You have. Synth, I feel like you're gonna be like the person who like has a take on all of our takes. I feel like you have actually seen them. Synth, have you seen every movie we've talked about? Like every single one of them?
Yeah, Synth is a Disney guy. That's like the running joke of the Kingdom Hearts streams, is that I'm saying I'm the Disney guy, but Synth is notably more of a Disney guy than I am.
So yeah, and so they need $700, and they have to, and they go to they. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb.
There's a problem
the plot's
describing
dumb.
Wreck-It Ralph. Nothing that happens is interconnected, so in order to like describe it, you have to talk about like 50 different things that happen.
Yeah,
it's not connected.
I'll just talk about my favorite parts.
Mm-hmm.
I love when the Disney princesses show up. I love when they show up.
I thought that was like demeaning.
It was fucking awful. It was genuinely... So Disney really likes to do girl boss moments now. This is well known. Because, like, they did it in, like, fucking Marvel. They do it in Star Wars. They love doing the girl boss moments, which is fine. The Disney princesses showing up in Wreck-It Ralph was literally the most, like, demeaning, fucking insulting girl boss moment I've ever seen in my life. Like, Penelope goes into the princess's room because she goes to Disney.com or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're all like, and, did you have a curse placed on you? Did you talk to animals? Blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, oh, well, does everyone think that you owe all your accomplishments to a man? And Penelope's like, yes. And they're like, you are a princess. And then they're like, you're dressed like shit, though. Let's get you in a cool princess dress. And Penelope's like, I like what I'm wearing. I think you should wear that more instead. And all the Disney princesses put on, like, fucking embarrassing Disney adult clothes.
Can you look up, like, Disney princess Instagram?
Yeah. I can look up Disney Princess Instagram. Can I look up Wreck-It Ralph too? No. I want to show their outfits.
Do the other one first.
Okay, Disney Princess Instagram, like modern. Like Disney Princess Instagram modern.
Yeah.
Well, they look way better than they look in Okay, this is fine. This is whatever.
No, you just gotta find the casual one.
I don't...
You gotta pick the casual
one. The Wreck-It
Ralphs
are literally showing...
Right? Like, I'll send it
like this? They look fine. They look fine. It's literally... They're fucking so embarrassing. Okay, I'm just looking up.
Wait, that one.
What, this?
The tangled one. Yeah.
Yeah, they basically do just turn the Disney princesses into this. Oh my god, okay. Get Ralph 2 outfits. I want to show you this, because they all change into this. They change into these outfits. They fucking... This actually pisses me off. This actually pisses me off. Just let it go. Fuck off. I have emotional trauma. Here's my fun t-shirt about it. Here's a fun t-shirt about the time where I almost killed everybody. Oh, here's the fun t-shirt about when all my blood congealed. What the fuck is wrong with them? They're all fucked up in the head. What is this? GTG, fuck you. Shut up. Fuck off. Every one of you, fuck off. What's her? Just say like frog? What does it even say?
No, it says Nola, like New Orleans.
Finish each other's sandwiches. This is my fun shirt that's a reference to the time where I got married to a like male manipulator on the spot, and then he locked me in a room and I died almost.
No,
what? It's fucking awful. It's so fucking stupid. It's all...
Sid says huge Lalafell vibes from Vanellope.
You're right. It fucking... This makes me so fucking mad, because this is also all, I think, merch you could just buy in real life. It's just an ad for the Oh My Disney clothing line. That's what I said when we were watching it. I said, these are almost all certainly, like, Disney adult clothes that you can just buy in real life. And, like, it fucking...
You know when you're following an artist... Oh my god.
I'm freaking out. It's making me so fucking mad.
You know when you see an artist... And they post in a drawing, and it's like, it's just a little sketch. It's not that great. I'm so fucking cringe. I'm so wacky. I'm such an idiot. Haha.
And it's this.
That's what it feels like. Yeah. No, this is what it feels like.
Yeah, you're right. It's like I'm shitting on my own work for no reason.
And all they do is talk about how like fucking shitty they are. Like, oh, like, I'm
quaking
so
in anger.
fucking stupid. Look at this pose. It's like, I'm so sick of it, dude.
Yeah, Mulan's
You don't
there.
gotta, like, piss on yourself to,
Yeah.
like, tell people to make people it's funny. Like, yeah, people will laugh at you if you go out and you're like, man, I look like an idiot, don't I, in your fucking shitty clown suit. It's embarrassing, though.
My take is have some fucking respect for your own shit.
The people who are laughing at you for that don't respect you.
No,
you have to
here's the
acknowledge
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. The problem isn't even just the outfits. It's the fact that they just shit on like the concept of a Disney princess and stuff the whole time. And it's like, it is genuinely like, I don't know. Watching all these movies gave me a certain level of respect for a lot of these characters and like the movies they're from. And it was like, have some fucking like self-respect.
Yeah.
Have some fucking dignity. Like, it's so fucking embarrassing and stupid. Like, just have some fucking dignity. What are you doing?
The only Tiana merch that you had at the Disney store was the fucking loungewear for this movie.
Yeah, oh, cool. They love this character. She's wearing pajamas. Like, Mulan has, like, a cool jacket. They really love Mulan, I guess. Yeah, it's fucking humiliating. I would feel so fucking bad.
Disney jerks their dick over Mulan, because Mulan's, like, the cool one.
Yeah, because Mulan is the only, like, attempt at a, like, quote-unquote woke Disney character that they made in, like, before 2010 that, like, anyone is like, that's not racist.
The Disney company has, like, wokeified Mulan easily.
We'll
like,
get to
Mulan.
We'll get to Mulan, too.
Yeah.
Anyways, Wreck-It Ralph 2, fucking awful movie. I don't know.
Terrible.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 was actually in my D tier. I want to be honest.
I don't know why it's this high for me. I think it's just because, again...
Mulan's cut off in the picture, too. Don't worry. That wasn't just on stream.
Yeah, it should be lower for me, but I liked it more than Great Mouse Detective, so...
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph 2 is just like, I don't know. It was fucking embarrassing. I really don't even know what to say. Wreck-It Ralph goes viral on BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
And, like... all the people in Office are like clicking on picture. All the people in like the most dated fucking like portrayal of an office I've ever seen. Like their fucking Matrix 1 office that they're in for some reason in like 2022. They're like, oh man, check out this awesome video of Ralph. He's at it again. And it's baffling because Ralph is just like you were saying, it's like if a funny video game sprite showed up. But Ralph, notably, is, like, a real guy who's, like, eating, like, he's doing, like, the fucking cinnamon challenge and shit, and, like, it's going viral. It's like, what I said is, it's like if fucking, I don't know, it's like if Mario became, it's like Donkey Kong, I guess, because Ralph is Donkey Kong. It's like if Donkey Kong suddenly became, like, a real man that was alive, and he was uploading videos of himself doing kickflips. And it's just like, okay, what? Okay. And he does, one of the main characters is a personification of the algorithm named Yes, which is awesome. Spamton from Deltarune is a character. Don't forget that. There's a character named, I think, like Spamly or something, and he's like,
Here, I'll just be over here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
No, just get closer, it's fine.
Here, it's here, I'm fine. Right, you can all hear me. I'm popping up.
Yeah, there's a character that's just like Spamton. It's fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Spamton was in the movie. His name was Spamly. Spamly. It was the same fucking
the plot
character.
of the movie, let me go over the plot really fast. The plot is that Penelope wants to move to Grand Theft Auto.
We can't do the plot again. I think
I just want to say, I just want to point out one last thing. God. There's one thing that I said watching the movie that's been in my mind. The actual important part of the plot is Penelope wants to move to Grand Theft Auto. So she does. And it's just fucking like, it's like if, it is like if Mario just showed up in Grand Theft Auto, because she's just kind of there, and it's like cool, and it's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. It's such a weird movie. It drives me crazy. Let's go to the next one. I could talk about Wreck-It Ralph 2 for like an hour.
Yeah, give me your pick.
Okay, let's do... This one's gonna be a faster one to get through, I think. Meet the Robinsons.
Ooh, that's reasonable.
You get closer. I can't hear you. I physically can't hear you.
You physically can't hear me? I'm popping up on the mic.
Yeah, I have headphones on.
You fool.
I don't know. It's a story about family.
Perfectly fine.
It's fine.
Better than Bolt.
I felt like it was annoying at some times, so that was kind of it.
That's it.
I don't know. It's a fine movie. It's from the Orange era. It's a little bit uninspired, a little bit boring, kind of generic.
I think that movie is better than people It is.
It's not awful. It's the best of the Orange era.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid.
I think that
the animation age, the age on the animation, it's
it does not look great.
Does not look great.
It does not look
Bolt
great.
is the best looking movie of that group by far.
Which makes sense because it is the last one.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Meet the Robinsons is a solid fine.
Mm-hmm.
It is fine. You could watch it once and it would be fine. Okay. I bet it's awesome when you're a child.
So, this is after Wreck-It Ralph, but well before Bolt and Meet the Robinsons in B tier. Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't particularly care for Robin Hood.
In B tier, you said for you.
Yeah, it's
above
B.
Snow White for you. Okay.
Above Snow White. Below Bolt, below Meet the Robinsons, below a few other ones that'll come up. There's like 4 movies in a row that all just like registered me. And that's not a dislike. Again, we're kind of at the point where it's like movies that I thought were fine. Okay. Robin Hood didn't have much going on for me aside from, oh, you're cute.
Robin Hood was in my A tier.
Really?
Yeah, it was in my A tier. I liked Robin Hood. I thought it was fun. I liked I don't know. I liked the characters. I like that. I will say I have learned when I was ranking these movies, I do have just sort of a weird, I really like that strange like 60s to 70s period. Yeah. And those movies are rated higher for me than they probably are for other people.
Yeah.
And it is because I really...
You were about to see where those movies are rated for me.
I really like how they look. I liked watching all of them. They're weird in a way that I think is really interesting. Because it's this period where Disney was absolutely not thriving. So it's just like a bunch of weird fucking movies that are like kind of a mixed bag, but are also they're really interesting. And I was far more interested in them than in some movies that are probably technically better. Robin Hood was in fact basically at the top of my A tier. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Some of that's probably like furry bias, but But I thought it was fun. I thought it was charming. It had Disney magic.
It was on the verge of being meandering.
Huh. Okay.
Just like completely bog standard. It felt like they made a Robin Hood movie. It was a cute fox. All the characters were neat. Could have been like 3 episodes of the TV show, though. Under Zootopia. That's unfortunate. Well under Zootopia.
Zootopia is... Yeah, I see where Zootopia is for me. Okay. Yeah, I think
that's not even a fucking contest, personally.
Here's the thing. I think that meandering is a pretty common word that I think we're gonna say a lot because movies were paced weird for so long. But I think that's fair. Robin Hood does have a lot of like scenes where stuff just kind of happens, but I don't know. I thought it was just very charming, and I think charm counts for a lot for me.
Yeah, again,
a lot of movies.
This is my B tier.
I'm just saying, for me, it was like pretty high up. And I guess charm counts for a lot for me in particular. Let's go on to my C tier, which I'm not even done with still. Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron. I'm pretty close.
Black Cauldron is in C tier for me.
Mine's in B. Mine is slightly above Robin Hood.
Black Cauldron, very Sleeping Beauty-like in the sense of I liked a lot about how it looked, and I didn't really actually like that much else about it. And it's like I respect a lot of the artistry, but I actually think it was not like a really good movie overall.
I liked everything about it. It was a little wobbly, which is why it's in B tier.
It was very wobbly.
It felt like a very standard story, but everything else in it was really cool. The fucking guy, Blorbly or whatever.
Gurgly or whatever. Gurgy. I wish he stayed dead.
Yeah.
I liked that he died.
He kills himself halfway through the movie.
I loved when he killed himself.
I clapped.
I was like, yeah, he killed himself.
I said, I wish that happened to some other characters.
I'm gonna look up Gurgi, because this is the genuinely. I think
the ugliest character in this film.
I think that Gurgi is the worst.
Oh my God.
This guy is the worst comic relief character in Disney history. He's fucking atrocious.
I'm
Gurgi. I want munchies and crunchies.
Gurgi.
This dude's fucking miserable. He's insufferable.
I love munchies.
My favorite fun fact about the Black Cauldron is that Michael Eisner was so confident in it that they did open a restaurant at, I think, Disney World called Gurgi's Munchies and Crunchies before its release, and then immediately closed it down after the movie bombed. This character fucking sucks. I don't know. Black Cauldron was...
I liked everything else in the movie.
I'm shocked that you think that Robin Hood is more meandering than the Black Cauldron. I thought the Black Cauldron was so fucking meandering.
Yeah, but I was interested in it.
Wasn't.
There was a level of, like, world building to it. I like the Black Cauldron itself. I like the antagonist.
Yeah,
I like the witches. I love that sort of, like, involved fantasy sort of thing where
I think that's the thing for me.
I was really interested in the world it was setting up.
I think that's the thing for me, is I think the Black Cauldron's actually lower for me because I was interested in stuff that it was setting up, and it just didn't do anything with any of it. It felt a lot like half-realized ideas, which makes a lot of sense because it's a weird adaptation of, like, book 2 and part of book 3 of a series.
Yeah.
So it is an incomplete and weird, fast adaptation, loose adaptation of something that exists.
Yeah.
So it is weird. The villain's cool. He dies in the fucking most embarrassing way that any Disney villain dies.
He doesn't.
He, like, the Black Cauldron's activated.
He tries to kill a kid, and then he gets sucked in because he got too close to the Black Cauldron.
Yeah, I thought his death was really lame.
His fucking skin dissolves off of his bones.
No, the death itself was cool. It was just really lame that he, like, the kid's, like, holding onto, like, a hook, and he's about to get sucked in the Black Cauldron, and the Horned King comes in, like,
I'm gonna fucking push you off this hook, you idiot, and then it's
I know.
Oh, shit,
I was just like, I know. I was like, he knows that the Black Cauldron...
It's sucking in souls.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't get fucking close. I wouldn't push the kid in. Like, he just runs in unarmed and, like, tries to push the kid off the hook. Like, throw some fucking rocks at that kid. I don't know. Like, bring some rocks with you.
I think that this is unnecessary.
I thought that it was just like, this is such a cool looking villain and he has so much build up.
Yeah,
and then
I think just that you like the villain too much.
He kind of goes out like a chump. I was fine with him dying. It's a fucking Disney movie. I'm allowed to say that he goes out in an underwhelming way.
That sounds like a little bit too much.
Maleficent also goes out in an underwhelming way.
Maleficent goes out in a very underwhelming way.
See? I'm right. What's your next one?
My next one?
I think the Black Cauldron was interesting conceptually, and it had a lot of cool stuff going on visually, but overall, I
liked a lot of things in it. It's not high enough. It's only like 3 or 4 higher than where we have it, but up next is The Rescuers for me, right above Robin Hood.
Okay. The Rescuers for me is in very bottom of A tier again.
Ooh.
Again, I like that era.
Our disagreement is going to be in this section.
Now we're disagreeing with stuff.
We're disagreeing.
We're disagreeing. We're going to start disagreeing. We're going to start arguing.
We're going to start arguing here.
Can we talk about The Rescuers Down Under now?
Yeah, we can talk about The Rescuers Down Under.
The Rescuers Down Under is like such a 90s-ification of The Rescuers. It's so weird. Where is it? Where is The Rescuer? It is.
Yeah.
Where did it be?
I like weird. The mouse. It just... That movie felt like it went on for so long. It felt like 2 episodes of a TV show that were extended to a movie length. It just felt like it was going on too long without enough interesting stuff happening.
I mean, I
like the first act. Like, I like the opening and like the last act. That's it.
I mean, that's fair. I can't really argue a ton. It is at the very bottom of my A tier. Like, I didn't like... love it. I wasn't like over the moon about it, but I liked a lot of stuff about it. I love a pirate treasure story.
Yeah,
I love a story with pirate treasure.
Once they got to the fucking steamboat or whatever, oh Jesus, I almost fell over. I liked the movie quite a bit.
Yeah, I like that the Disney villain is one of the most demented Disney villains. Can you bring a picture of her up,
like Rescuer's villain?
Rescuer's villain. Her name is like Medusa. Rescuer's Medusa. She's like a fucking psycho. She's weird looking too. She's so weird. She doesn't look like...
Most shots, her skin is like super purple. It's like weirdly saturated.
Yeah, she looks like a weird... This is like such a... What a girl. They're gonna Cruellify her. I swear to God.
No,
I can see the Cruellification happening in real time.
Absolutely, they're doing a Cruellification for fucking Medusa.
Yeah, Medusa's one of the most abhorrent Disney villains ever. She just like tries to drown a kid because the kid could fit into a little hole
and get a diamond. It's like an
diamond
thing, right? Where it's like, oh, a child's the only thing can fit in this.
I think so, yeah. It's like a kid is the only thing that can fit in this little hole and get this pirate treasure. So she kidnaps a kid and tries to make the kid get pirate treasure.
And then the sub-society of the UN Mouse Division that every mouse in the world works for, and they're all here to rescue anyone who gets into trouble.
Yeah.
Get sent to save her because they got a message in the bottle.
Yeah, I want to quickly say, I want to look up Miss Bianca, because I want to say this is one of the cutest Disney characters.
Yeah, perfect.
Miss
I think
Bianca,
this is a perfect mouse design.
Look at her. How could you not love this creature?
Absolutely fucking perfect mouse
This
design.
is the height
Flawless.
of the Disney mouse, I think.
Yeah,
Like, Disney does a lot of mice, but I think this is the peak of Disney mouse. This is like when they realize, like, this is the ideal, right? Really, really fun little character. I like that she has a little accent.
Her little hat.
I like, one thing that I pointed out, because it's really common at this time period, is Disney got really fucking deeply into, like, I think, like princess and pauper relationships for a while.
Yes,
and this is from that era, like 60s and 70s.
Literally all of them. I'm looking at like this.
Yeah, so many.
Movies.
There are like 4 or 5 movies in a row that like have a romance that revolves entirely around like kind of a socialite or rich or just like generally classy rich, not rich, but like just like woman.
Yeah.
And then the guy is like kind of a schlub of some sort.
Yes.
They get really into this dynamic for fucking like 10 or 15 years, and I like it. Every single time that they do it, I'm like, yeah, baby. I love this dynamic. I didn't even get old for me, despite the fact that they do it over and over again.
I didn't notice it until you mentioned it after like the 6th one.
Yeah, they really like doing that one, and I like it. I think The Rescuer is one of the better examples of it. I don't know. Rescuer is fun. It's a fun little adventure movie with some mice, and they save a kid that's being tortured. The Rescuers 2 Down Under is a very 90s version of it. It's a lot more extreme.
I said I would compare with it, but I kind of don't want to, because I just really didn't care about that movie. I fell asleep halfway through it.
You did.
Rescuers 1, I get there's like a mouse UN, and they get a message in the bottle, and they're going to go save a woman. And it's like, okay, that's sure, fine. Rescuers 2.
There's a kid.
It opens with like a magic child.
I thought we put on the wrong movie at first.
This movie, it opens with like a magic child who can talk to animals. And he finds a giant golden eagle, and then he gets like shot. Right?
He gets
shot with like a bow and arrow.
No, he finds a golden eagle and he saves the golden arrow.
It's a magic golden eagle.
He saves the golden eagle.
That's like the size of the house.
And then he does not get shot. He falls into a pit.
He falls into a hole.
He gets trapped by like a poacher. He falls into a poacher trap. And then the poacher kidnaps him almost immediately afterwards because the poacher is he's a Captain Planet villain, is what I described him as. He's a poacher. He's an evil Australian poacher. Oh, I also want to say Rescuers Down Under takes place in Australia. It opens with a didgeridoo waking this kid up, and then he walks through the Australian outback to go save a fucking giant eagle on top of like a giant cliff face. Like, it's so funny.
Very odd. It's very odd.
Yeah, all the stuff with Miss Bianca and Bernard are like cute because they're cute characters, but they introduce like a 3rd character that's like it's like an Australian mouse, and he's just like, oh, cry me, fucking crocodiles and shit in it. Same accent. Who just left the room, so I guess I'm done. But I don't know. Weird movie, very 90s. There's like an albatross that says like cowabunga and shit. It's kind of a little bit cheesy and not in a way that I like very much. I'm just alone in the room now, just like waiting. You left.
What?
You left.
I got Doritos.
Okay.
What's next?
Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. We're actually, this is the bottom of my B tier. We're finally getting out of here. In my B tier, I actually think that I kind of want this to be higher in hindsight, because I actually like this upon reflection more than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Is Brother Bear.
I agree.
We watched Brother Bear today. We watched this one this morning. People hate this fucking movie. People hate Brother Bear.
This movie is in the higher half of A tier.
Really? Higher half of A tier for you. I think that's honestly fair. I like Brother Bear. I don't even have much to say about it. I just liked it. It was a fun movie.
It was cute.
People hate it. Brother Bear has like a fucking 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, and people routinely are like, this is in the bottom 10 Disney movies ever. It sucks. Pocahontas was so much better. People hate it. I don't know how, because I genuinely, there's one thing I disliked, and this is what kept it out of A tier for me.
It's the Meese, right?
I felt like Brother Bear had some of the worst comic relief, just in general, in like a Disney movie. I really did not like how the comic relief was handled, like, at all, just in general.
Here's the thing, though, okay? Here's the thing. I think this is the same case as earlier, where it's just like, a solid movie will make the comic relief feel so much worse than like an overall worse movie.
I think that's true. And we'll talk about that more later, because there is one very famous example of that problem. Is Boot audible, by the way? He's pretty far away right now.
I'm audible.
I know, I'm just checking.
I can see my little bubbles.
I'm just asking. I'm asking chat.
Yeah, but I can see it.
I don't know how it sounds, though.
You know,
yes? Okay. Just making sure. But yeah, I don't know. Brother Bear's good. Had some really good art, actually.
Yeah,
very
pretty movie.
I wasn't expecting for it to be as pretty as it was. I really liked that it opens with like a small, like, enclosed sort of like resolution aspect ratio when Brother Bear is not a bear, he is merely a brother for like the opening of the movie. And then when he gets TF'd into a bear, the like aspect ratio opens up really wide to like more of like the classic cinematic aspect ratio, and the color palette changes because it's really good grays and realism tones at first, and when he becomes a bear, it gets really vibrant. I really liked that. Really nice like watercolory backgrounds in some spots. There's a scene near the end, like during the final conflict, where him being a bear, his brother is trying to kill him, and him being a bear is revealed. He turns back into a human, and like the snow melts on the ground and it reveals this really pretty like flowery background, and I really liked how it looked. There's a lot of artistic stuff I liked a lot. The plot's fun. I like that he chooses to go back to being a bear at the end, because he has a responsibility now in that world. Like, it was like the opposite of like the Jungle Book's approach of like, I don't know, he didn't like see like a sexy human woman at the end and be like, sorry Coda, I gotta go down to a human, bye, I have to be a human again. And I don't know, it was a cute movie. Really liked it way more than I thought I would.
No, wholly and entirely, I would say.
I do think that I have seen criticism about it that's similar to Princess and the Frog criticism, and I think that is valid to a degree, but I also think that I will say Brother Bear, at the very least, it does a better job at representing a whole like culture than Pocahontas does. I actually looked up like people's opinions, like people in that culture's opinions of Brother Bear versus like Pocahontas, and reception to Brother Bear is a lot more positive overall. It's like not fucking perfect, obviously, but it's way less bad than Pocahontas is. And I don't know, it's just overall good movie, and it's one that I wasn't looking forward to watching. I was really pleasantly surprised by it. What's next for you?
For me? God, where are we? So last one I said Rescuers?
Last one you said was Rescuers.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, that one's in my B tier too. People really like this one. I felt like it was sort of the most basic version of that dynamic for me.
It's cute.
It was cute. I liked watching it. It was cute. I feel like later movies kind of reiterate on the same concept, which would normally be a problem, except I like the later iterations of that concept more.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Has some racism in it.
Yeah, it does have the song.
It has the song that has a racist song in it.
The very unfortunate running Disney gag of Siamese cats is very prevalent. It's not as bad as it gets.
Yeah. That does happen. The dogs eat the pasta, iconic moment. Really pretty movie, also. But I do not like how it looks as much as I like the looser style of movies that came after it.
Yeah.
We're in like this really weird period. We're in the B tier, right? Like a lot of movies that we talk about are just gonna kind of be like, yeah, it's cute. Oh my god, why am I so big? What happened? A lot of the movies we talk about are just gonna be like, yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't think we're gonna have like a ton of discussion for a second here. Well, we're in this little like lull in the middle.
Yeah, no, we're just sort of working through the
Lady and the Tramp
are literally the same movie.
Yeah, it's a classic. People love it. I don't know. I like it. I liked it. It was fun. It's in my B tier. It's at the top of my B tier. It is the top B tier movie for me. My next movie, my controversial opinions, keeping things interesting because we don't have to talk about like another movie from this time period. Frozen.
That makes sense.
Frozen is
not much higher than this.
Frozen's at the bottom of my B tier.
Mine's kind of near the bottom of A, but
Frozen's mid.
There's a little bit to go.
I don't know. It's mid.
It's mid.
It's a mid movie.
It should probably be a little bit lower, actually.
I felt like it was mid. That's really all. I don't even. It's fucking Frozen. You know about Frozen.
I think that Frozen is the true like centerpiece.
Why do I keep getting big? Why do I keep getting big?
Your camera's looking at me.
Oh my god, you're so far away though.
Yeah, but it's the angle that I'm at is like right.
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't know. I think Frozen's mid. It's fine. Again, you know everything about it. Olaf's a little bit annoying. Honestly, the biggest problem with the movie is it's just really fucking slow, kind of. It has a slowness problem, and I don't know.
What the fuck is going on with the poster?
Elsa's kind of unlikable for most of the movie, which makes sense because of like she was originally supposed to be like straight up a villain.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's whatever. I don't have much to say about Frozen, really. It's just kind of whatever. It's fine. It's good. It sort of is, you know, it has a bad twist. I don't like the twist in it. That's, like, not really set up at all. Like, oh, the guy is
sort of
evil.
up.
The guy is evil. There's an evil guy in it. Some fun characters. I like the reindeer.
It's fine. Frozen, fine.
I like the reindeer. I will say I like... We'll talk about Frozen 2 later, but Frozen 2 is just better Frozen. Yeah. It's weird. Yeah. What's your next? Aristocats. Okay.
Robin Hood, Rescuers, Lady Tramp, Aristocats, straight line for me. In my brain, these could be like slightly varying degrees of the same exact movie.
All right, Aristocats is such a weird one. You're saying, oh boy, because there is a very bad scene in the Aristocats.
It's so unfortunate. Because that movie is so cute. It's so fun. All the kittens are adorable. The main cat's all fun.
The Aristocats. Like, I actually hesitated to figure out where I wanted to put Aristocats on my list because of the bad scene in it.
It's so bad.
The Aristocats at the bottom of my S tier. It is the very bottom of S tier. Very, very, very bottom.
That's insane.
It has a terrible scene in it.
That's crazy to me.
But everything other than that, I put 10 in S tier.
I put 10 in S tier. That's crazy.
I kept S tier to my top 10.
Fucking Aristocats in the top 10?
Aristocats is in my top 10.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I don't know why. I like the cats. I have cat bias. I
think you just have, like, big cat bias.
I'm a cat person.
Big cat bias.
I'm a cat person. I like the Aristocats a lot. I felt like it was my favorite iteration of the Lady and the Tramp dynamic. I liked all the characters. I liked their little adventure. I liked, I do have a really big bias for the style of that era visually. I thought it was just really cute and charming. That's what I learned. Here's the thing. What I learned in my ranking is I like whimsy and I like charm. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm a sucker for some charm.
I know you're a sucker for some charm, but goddamn,
movies that I think are really charming are really like high on my tier list.
You put this in A, right?
I put it in A.
Combined list? Okay, good.
Because that's the compromise. But yeah, I like charm, and I thought that movie was really charming, except for when it is the most racist thing in the world for
it
literally
like Peter Pan tier
for 20 seconds.
Yeah. It's like a great movie, and then in the background there's a Siamese cat that's like very much.
He looks racist, and you're like,
eyes and butt teeth.
no shit, he opens his mouth during a song, and he says like egg
he
rolls,
lists off
fortune
3
cookies.
Chinese foods, plays piano with chopsticks, and says, "My fortune cookie was wrong this morning."
Yeah, and then
he's in the voice the whole time.
Yeah, but then he's not in the movie for the rest
like
of the movie.
20 seconds.
Maybe
20
even
seconds.
Less. It probably is even less than that.
Yeah.
It's so fucking insane. It is the most racist thing in the world, and it is in a movie that otherwise is like perfect. And for me, I have zero problems. And Aristocats, like, I was like, man, like I don't even know, like, I was like, I want to make this an S tier movie, but I don't know if I can justify it because of these 10 seconds that are in the movie in the last like fucking 10 minutes.
It was
of
like
the movie.
getting fucking gut punched.
It was so fucking crazy. Overall, like, I want to point out that in that scene is so notably like shitty that they straight up like it's not even in like later versions of the. I think that they edited it out of the soundtrack.
Yeah, because it's literally like 15 seconds. It's like a drum solo.
Yeah, they edited that character
in the main
out
song.
of the soundtrack,
and the main song of the whole thing, Everybody Wants to Be a Cat,
which is a great song otherwise, fun song otherwise.
Where they cut to this fucking little guy.
Yeah,
and he goes like "Egg Foo Yun," haha.
Yeah. It's awful. Otherwise, the movie's great. I don't know. Cute characters. Yeah. Fun.
It would probably be an A for me if it wasn't for that. Honestly, it's really bad.
It's really bad. But I'm not saying I'm looking past it because I'm not. But it is very bad, and the movie would honestly probably be higher for me as someone who has it probably higher than it should be anyways. If it wasn't for the most racist scene in the world.
What's next?
For me, or my B tier, Zootopia is in B tier for me. B tier. It is for me. It's about Frozen. Zootopia for me is right above The Rescuers Down Under. I get below Sleeping Beauty on my list.
I think that movie's still fun though. Is the thing.
I don't know. I'm sour about it. I putting Zootopia in B instead of like C is something I had to think about, but like if I put it in C, I'm just being bitter.
I think that if you weren't a furry, then you'd still like that movie to some degree.
Yeah, if I put it in C, I'd be being sour. Putting it in B is being like realistic. It's fine. It's fine.
An A for me. It's middle of A for me.
I think that it has some cute stuff going on. There's some stuff that I really do not like still. It's just sort of the victim of being a movie that's trying.
Zootopia's good.
I think it's the victim of a movie that is trying to have a socially conscious, relevant, politically plot in any way, and it's a Disney movie. It's not going to be able to do that 100%.
That movie was developed, like, right before the conversation about police violence, like, really started blowing up.
It was poorly timed.
It was, like... Literally, there was like a 3-week period
that capitalized on it, and then Ferguson happened.
Yeah, there was like seriously, it was so short. It was like the movie came out, everyone loved it, and then like 3 years later, ACAB becomes like colloquial vocabulary for the entire country.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's very weird.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about Zootopia very much because you're all fucking furries. You all know this movie. You've all seen this movie. You all probably have an opinion about this movie already. I think there's stuff I like. I think that the characters are cute. I think the entire focus being about how, like, man, it's awesome being a cop fucking is not great now. I don't know.
No, whatever. We're not talking about the Zootopia, no way.
It's whatever. What's your next one? I don't feel like talking about Zootopia, really.
Okay, we're nearing the top of B tier, really close.
Okay.
Bambi.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm going to reserve saying where Bambi is exactly for me right now. It is an S. It is an S. I don't want to just say where all my S's are, though.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to go over where my S's are specifically, other than Aristocats at the very bottom of S, so that's fine. But everything else is a bit more interesting. Bambi's at the top of B tier for you.
Bambi?
Is it at the top or is it near the top?
It's near the top.
Wow, not even at the top.
It's arguably top. It's arguably top.
Okay.
Because I think it's better than... Black Cauldron.
I'm gonna put it in A because it is in my S tier.
I think No Way is an S tier movie, but it's cute. It's cute.
Okay.
It's just cute. Deer wanders around. He wanders around a little bit.
Okay.
It's just like a cute animal compilation. It's the equivalent of watching one. You know those videos like to entertain cats.
You're being like really harsh. That's like mean.
No, it's like one of those, except it's really pretty. It's pretty. It's great. It's fine. I have no dislike for Bambi.
Right above Zootopia for me is Wreck-It Ralph. I'm gonna wreck it.
Gonna wreck it.
I'm gonna wreck it, Penelope.
Oh, Penelope, look out.
Oh, Penelope.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Penelope.
I told you this when we were watching
I started
it.
the forest fire in Bambi, Penelope. I'm sorry.
I don't think Wreck-It Ralph is that great.
No, I think
But
that
at the same time,
it hit. We talked about this last
this
night.
is what I said.
Yeah.
Disney is really pushing diversity now. They're really like trying to emphasize that in their movies and like pay like some sort of recognition or like little details that pay homage to whatever culture they're representing.
Yeah.
In the same way that like Encanto was for people from Colombia, Wreck-It Ralph was for me as a gamer. Like that's how it feels.
Yeah, exactly.
They came up with like
you felt seen.
Yeah, I see like
in
Ralph
2012.
go, Pac-Man's eating some dots here, and
you're like, wow.
I go,
I've been there.
I've been there. I know Pac-Man. Dirt shout out.
Dirt shout out.
Yeah, how you felt watching Encanto, I felt watching Wreck-It Ralph.
You were so desperate to make that joke. You waited a day to make that
I waited
one?
a day to make that joke. Yeah, I did.
Oh, hold on. Froze up. Close your eyes. Shield yourself. Okay. Wreck-It Ralph was fine. I think that it's probably... we did not rewatch this one because I've already seen it. I feel like when I rewatch it, I will probably not like it as much as I remember liking
Here's
it.
the thing. Wreck-It Ralph kind of high up on A for me.
Okay.
Halfway up on A.
I remember liking it a lot, but I think with hindsight, I bumped it down a little bit for hindsight. I think that there's stuff I can think about in Wreck-It Ralph that, like, I don't think I would like now as much.
Wreck-It Ralph is pretty much right next to Zootopia for me.
Okay. What's your next one, then?
My next one, Emperor's New Groove.
In top of B tier?
Top of B tier.
Is that top or
Top
near
of
top?
B tier.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That is in A tier for me. That is in the... Emperor's New Groove is right in the middle of A tier for me.
Movie's fine. I think it's a little stupid.
Yeah.
It's just a little too stupid.
Here's the thing.
That's not like hatred on the movie. I think it's fun. It's like charming. A little too stupid. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I don't know. I have to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a while. That's really one that you watched a lot more recently than me.
Yeah.
I have not seen this movie in like probably at least a decade.
Which I don't believe because I swear that we watched
you are
it.
fucking I think you're 100%
we watched this with a bunch
wrong.
of friends and I swear that
if you ask Sugar if I was there, they would say no. I was not there at all. I have fucking no recollection of that at all, and I would remember rewatching that. It's a beloved movie. I think that it's really beloved with people my age because it's one that was on TV all the time.
Yeah,
when I was growing
Disney
up.
Channel TV show.
People turn into a lot of animals in that one, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he turns into an alpaca.
My next movie, Mulan.
Mulan in B.
Mulan's in B tier for me.
You know, I think that's extremely reasonable.
Mulan is in the middle of B tier for me, right in the middle. It is exactly my midpoint for B tier.
I think Mulan kind of sucks. It's an A.
You think it kind of sucks, but it's an A.
It's an A almost out of obligation, I think.
I liked things about it.
Yeah, I like the second half of that movie quite a bit.
I liked things about it. Mulan's a cool character. I think that, like, I get why Disney pushes her a lot more than other princesses from that era because she is a more interesting character than a lot of other princesses from that era.
Yeah.
There's stuff that I do not like about it. Mushu fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. He blows fucking shit. Eddie Murphy Dragon is awful. One of my least favorite comic relief characters. Again, I'm gonna say that for every comic relief character.
Yes, you are.
Most of them, but I do not like him at all. I don't know. It's Mulan. Again, I don't have to talk about it a ton. I think you already know about Mulan.
Once we're all in A tier, we're starting to be hit.
The things about Mulan I don't like are largely just I do not like the comic relief stuff. I think the
first like third of the movie's kind of doo-doo.
I don't think it's doo-doo. Like, I think that it's just kind of whatever. Yeah, actually, no, I don't like the opening at all. All the stuff...
I don't know why.
I was thinking about it, yeah. I actually
I
felt like a lot of it was fucking stupid, like, kiddie bullshit. for like the opening, like, and it's like a Disney movie, but it was more kiddie bullshit than usual for the opening of Mulan. Like, oh, she's in the little thing with the fat lady, and oh, she drew a little mustache on her, haha. Oh, her pants are on fire. Her butt's burned, and then she falls off, and the little cricket comes out of her fucking whatever. I don't fucking care. Shut up. Yeah, it was fucking. It was like annoying bullshit, kind of, and it's shit that I do not like. I felt annoyed for the opening of Mulan, and then when she's learning stuff, it's okay.
Yeah, I think the second movie.
And then the end, I think the first third is just kind of bad, and then the second third is like, okay, I see we're going somewhere. And
she's
the last
actually awesome.
And then the third was like, she's actually awesome. Yeah. I like the last third of it a lot.
Like from that first like battle that they get into, once they get to like the snow area, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, now all these characters, it like really built up to it well.
Yeah. I think that like a big part of my problem is I was really fucking annoyed at the middle where it's like she kills all the Huns single-handedly, and then they're like, you're a fucking woman, go die, idiot. And then she just like, they all like act like she's completely incompetent immediately, which I think is supposed to be like, oh, misogyny, but it's so over the fucking top that it's like not well executed. I think that they could have done that in a way more like interesting, tasteful, smart way, and they didn't.
That's fine.
And it just kind of is goofy as a result. But the ending, I like that all the little freaks that she trains with, like, are her fucking, like, bros at the end of the movie. I actually like that. She's just one of the guys,
just one of the guys.
She's just one of the guys, you know? What's your next one?
What's my next one? We did Snow White.
We're in your A tier now.
We're in A tier. Bottom of A tier is Snow White for me. We already did that.
Okay, I already did that, yeah.
Then Frozen. Then 101 Dalmatians.
Okay.
That movie is so good.
That is in my S tier. 101 Dalmatians is in my S tier. This is my 60s 70s bias. I think that 101 Dalmatians is probably the best of that era.
Yeah, I completely agree, kind of.
Easily the best of that era. Really good movie. It's a classic. Cruella de Vil is a fucking completely unsympathetic, awful villain, and it's insane that they decided to give her the weird redemption because she's fucking she's so awful.
That movie's just such a cute
it's
movie.
Great. I love the dogs, I love the puppies, I love watching them do stuff. It's a fun rescue adventure.
Every character relationship in that movie is adorable. The villain's fantastic.
Oh, I love the people. I love the guy and I love the girl. They're not like main characters really, but the owners of the Dalmatians are really likable, cool characters. I love the setting.
Yeah, no, everything about the movie. I
really love that. What I said. One of my favorite things about 101 Dalmatians. It is the kind of the only Disney movie. Now that we've watched like all of them, it's kind of the only Disney movie that portrays like a couple just having a domestic like life.
Yeah.
Like the ending of the
Meet
movie.
the Robinsons?
Not really. Not really. It's like the only Disney movie where like the characters are married and they're just kind of a couple and they're a cute couple and like they love each other and they're fucking friends and they're just hanging out in their own house and they've clearly known each other for a long time.
No, I think that's legitimately the cutest thing. Yeah, the opening credits of that movie are so good.
Yeah.
The opening credits are great. The couple is great. Pongo and Pongita are great.
Yeah.
All the little puppies are adorable. The adventure's great.
Yeah.
The Cats? That's a different movie. You're thinking of the wrong movie.
I don't think there are cats in 101 Dalmatians. I don't think had racism in it, actually.
I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. You're thinking of Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp had racism in it. That had the cats. Aristocats had a lot of cats, but one of them was really bad. And Lady and the Tramp had 2 cats that were very bad and had a whole song dedicated to themselves. 101 Dalmatians, really great. That is in my S tier.
I'm gonna keep it an A, but it's a high A.
We're in my B tier still.
Okay.
Oliver and Company is above Mulan for me.
That's completely fair.
I'm surprised that I'm shocked that it's so high for you. I am genuinely shocked that it's so high. Yeah, I didn't expect. I think of it as a very great example of a B tier movie, high B tier movie.
It takes place in New York, Qweave.
That's all. Okay. It's cute.
It takes place in New York, and
it has a great villain death.
The villain death, I think, is my single favorite death in a Disney movie.
Yeah, the villain in Oliver and Company, if you haven't seen this movie, is a mob boss, first of all.
Yeah, he's a mob boss.
Openly talks about, like, torturing and killing people, and he just has a gun. His superpower is he has a gun.
And
he drives... the Oliver and Company, which
push
is the cat.
Dobermans onto the third rail and they get electrocuted to death.
Yeah, the Oliver and Company are like escaping from him on like the subway tracks because they have like a homeless owner that's driving him around, and they're like getting away from the mob boss, and they do some cool maneuvers right as a train is coming. And the mob boss bad guy just runs his car into the fucking subway car, and it explodes.
You see him turn, and the second that he goes off screen,
he like screams,
it hits
explodes.
Really well.
It's
like
it's
fucking
brutal.
like the feeling of like one of those TikToks where a baseball gets thrown at you and it feels like you get hit.
Yeah, it's just like that.
It feels like that. It's like a bit shorter than you expect because it's almost like a beat you like expect is gonna fly off and you're gonna hear a boom or like a big like crunch sound.
Yeah.
He goes off screen, second his face passes the barrier, that shit explodes.
Yeah.
And that shows like the pieces of the car like flip off and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a really violent movie. It's really weird how violent it is. And I like that it also like
I really like the guy all the dog gang is run by this like
there's a dog gang and it's run by like this scraggly like homeless man.
He's trying to
as the
keep
main
his money together,
one of the main
and
characters.
He accidentally kidnaps a cat from this woman. It's so good. Like legit everything in that movie, all the characters in that, I really like.
It's fun. Yeah, I for me it is high B tier because I was admittedly kind of just annoyed by it for at least 15 minutes early on. I think that it gets better, it gets into itself, but the opening of it was very fucking dated. It had a really dated 80s opening that I was just annoyed by, where like...
You just hate New York.
I hate New York because I hate fucking Vanilla Ice beats playing while guys with high kicks walk around.
How the fuck is that a Vanilla Ice beat?
I did not like.
It wasn't like a rap song.
I know. Well, I'm not talking about the song. I'm talking about like the music that was playing during a particular scene.
Oh my god.
It was like background music, but I didn't like it. And the first song of that fucking, I hated the first song. Was it Billy Joel? I hate Billy Joel. I actually hate Billy Joel, so that makes a lot of sense. I fucking detest Billy Joel.
God.
If Billy Joel did music for that, that explains why I don't like it as much as I might otherwise, because I fucking cannot stand Billy Joel.
Is Dodger in that movie.
I hate Billy Joel so fucking much.
Oh my god.
I've hated him my entire life. But yeah, otherwise cute movie.
Love it.
Oliver's cute. I like cats. I like the Disney cat era. I'm sad that it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
What's your next one?
My next one? Fox and the Hound.
Fox and the Hound is actually right above Oliver and Company for me.
They're right next to each other for me. Those two movies feel like
it's cute.
Same sort of thing. I
cute
don't know,
movie.
Something about it was really cute. I actually have no idea why it's specifically here, because I don't remember how that movie ended.
The Fox and the Hound have like they get fucking mad at each other because
he kills the dog.
No, he doesn't. The fox is like escaping from the dog that's actively trying to kill him, and then the dog gets almost hit by a train and jumps off and breaks his leg. And then the hound, not the dog, but the hound is like, I'm going to kill you now. And the fox is like, I didn't even really do anything, but okay. And then the hound tries to kill him repeatedly for 15 minutes, but the fox saves his life, so they're cool again. And the movie kind of ends.
Okay.
I didn't love that conflict because it felt like the hound was just kind of an asshole who was in the wrong.
Like I should lower it because
I also think
I don't remember that at all.
I also think that the point of the movie was like that the hound became a different person because of who he was raised by. Yeah. So I get what they were going for. I didn't like the hound, which, you know, that says something about my character.
Kind of integral, yeah.
Yeah, did not like him at all. I liked the fox. I liked the fox, but the hound was a fucking prick. I don't like any movie where a character like hates another character a ton until their life is saved selflessly by the other character, and then they're like, okay, we're fine now, I guess. All the stuff when they were babies was cute. I'm not surprised that that's the most beloved part of that movie now, because that was the cutest part of the movie. It was very, very charming. And that is, in fact, what Fox and the Hound 2 revolves around. I think they're babies for that whole movie, and it's an awful movie. It's a terrible movie. I think they, like, start a country band or something. It's a cute one though. It's a cute one overall. Kind of the last 70s era Disney movie. It was like their first 80s movie, but it is the last like remnant of that 70s era approach to making movies that Disney had going on. For me, this is actually great because this is my last B tier movie, and this is right above Fox and the Hound. So this is really a nice little segment.
Come on.
Huh?
Let's hear it.
Big Hero 6. The
Totally fair.
Top of my B tier, pretty much.
Totally fair.
I think that it is right below... The top of my B tier is Lady and the Tramp. Big Hero 6 is below Lady and the Tramp for me by 1. My VTuber is... Hold on. Okay. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah. It felt like it was Disney's first attempt at making kind of an action-y movie, and it was fun.
Oh, no way. No way.
Action-y movie, like, in 3D.
Yeah.
I mean, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they obviously made other action-y movies, but in the 3D era, like, that was their first, like, action-y one, if you don't count whatever the fuck Bolt was.
I have it low A, personally, but it's...
I think that's fair. I think it's high B. I liked it. I genuinely liked it more than I've liked any Marvel movie I've watched for a very long time.
Yeah.
Which all are in like C tier for me. If I did a Marvel movie tier list, it'd be like one movie in like A tier and everything else is in C tier.
Yeah.
Big Hero 6 it was cute. It was fun.
I have Zootopia, Big Hero 6, Wreck-It Ralph, and Moana all in like a straight line.
On like A tier, like low A.
Yeah, low A.
Okay.
And Mulan's in there too.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. I like that it wasn't very tied to Marvel, despite being Marvel.
It makes me want them to do more, what's it called? More Marvel movies. I feel like Disney Animation should do more Marvel movies, because, like, it suits the medium well for comic book shit.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that. That was one of my takeaways. I was kind of bummed out they haven't done anything more like that, because I did think it was... Like, I was saying that when we were watching it, like, man, it's crazy that animation is kind of better for comic books than live action. It's almost like these drawn little pictures of guys running around shooting laser beams is, like, a lot easier and more fun to translate to animation than, like, Robert Downey Jr. standing around talking about shit.
Okay.
What's your next one?
So... What's interesting about this next
We're
one...
also getting into my A tier now, so I'm
going to say something
interesting
about this next one.
Okay.
We're down to, I believe, 20 total movies.
Yeah, and they're all good from here on out.
And what's really interesting is we have pretty much the same top 20.
Okay.
My next one, this is below the 3D ones, we just haven't touched it yet. The second Winnie the Pooh.
Huh, okay.
It's fine.
That's fair.
It's just fine.
I put it literally right below the first Winnie the Pooh for me.
Ooh, really?
I just kind of... They're both so short, I sort of view them as just like an extension of each other. 70s Winnie the Pooh definitely has a lot more charm and whimsy because it's more direct.
Is just like
I'll admit, we'll talk about 70s Winnie the Pooh when we get to it. Let's just save discussion for this when we get to Winnie the Pooh 1. But Winnie the Pooh 2, I liked it a lot. It is higher.
Do you also have 20 left? I'm just curious.
Huh?
Do you also have only 20 movies left? Because I'm curious.
I don't know. I think so. I think
we have close to 20.
I believe so.
Maybe like 18.
Let's do, the bottom of my A tier was The Rescuers. The second to the bottom of my A tier is Tangled. Tangled. Which I did like. I like Tangled a lot.
Tangled was a low S for me.
Okay, I think that's fair.
I think it's totally fair. Yeah.
I think Tangled is good.
Tangled's great.
I might even make it a higher A tier upon some reflection. I have to think about it, but I liked it a lot. I thought that it was definitely one of the best. I actually think I would make it a little bit higher. Yeah, now that I think about it, we're talking about Tangled, so I'm not going to redact it, but I actually think that there is one particular movie I would swap it out with 100%, and it is the movie that is one space above it on my list. So
I think Tangled is extremely solid. It felt like a Disney movie. It felt like a princess movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think that
doesn't feel like a princess movie.
that upon reflection, I think Tangled is my favorite princess movie.
Yeah,
maybe. No, it's second favorite. It's my second favorite princess movie. But I do like it a lot. It's just great all the way through.
They hit their stride. It feels like, imagine if like Shrek wasn't tongue in cheek. If it wasn't like a parody. If Shrek wasn't a parody. It's
I think that's a great.
But it's not like a parody.
I loved the little evil guys in the bar. They had a fun song, and I like that kind of joke. I'll always like that joke. It was the first time they succeeded at girl bossing.
Here's what it was. It was like they did when Wreck-It Ralph was talking about that thing of like, oh, they're kind of just really insulting their like sort of history, quote unquote, and they're being like, it wasn't this stupid thing that we used to do.
Yeah.
And it just comes off kind of embarrassing. Tangled, it felt like an evolution of that and moving towards something new while still lingering to what made those classic movies like really great, like really like charming.
Yeah, I think that's
Disney
fair.
magic, quote unquote, was super there.
Oh, there was totally Disney magic there.
They had the Disney horse.
They had an evil stepmother.
Evil stepmother. She was great. She's like
she was great.
Like,
she's a great villain.
A Disney villain. She's probably like top 10.
Absolutely.
Cool death.
Yeah, I think Tangled actually is probably higher on my A tier now that I think about it. Because I'm looking at my list and there's some stuff that I do not actually like. There's some stuff that I would bump down below Tangled when I look at it, but I did like Tangled a lot. I thought it was great.
Completely solid movie. Anyone who hasn't seen Tangled, I recommend it. I sat too long because I think it was my first time seeing the movie all the way through.
I'll raise Tangled.
Big fan of Tangled.
I'll raise Tangled.
Big Tangled linker.
What's on your list?
What's mine next?
Yeah.
Right above 101 Dalmatians. Oh wait, no. Yeah, right above it, Hercules.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hercules was really hard for me to place.
Yeah, kind of
Hercules was actually in my S tier for a while.
Yeah.
I bumped it down to A tier after thinking about it for a bit, but
it's just got like really crowded with good movies.
I had a really hard time deciding where to put it. I decided to put it in A, like at the very top of A, rather than at the bottom of S. I think it was my second bottom on S for a while. Some stuff that we watched recently changed it around a little bit for me, but it wasn't S for a while for me. I liked it. I expected to hate it.
Shockingly good.
I expected to hate it. I straight up, I went into Hercules and I was like, this movie's gonna suck. Let's just get it over with.
Because I really hate the one song. I really don't like the vibe of the one song.
The Danny DeVito song, or Zero to Hero. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Like
it's because that's the most self-aware, like DreamWorksy kind of song in the movie, and it's so much more of that than anything else is.
It came up. We watched this like right after Aladdin, right?
Yeah. So I was
expecting it would just be like another Aladdin.
I was expecting the worst.
The same genie shit except more. But it was just like really fun. Hercules, Meg, and Hades are just like a great trifecta of characters.
Here's one of my hot
and
takes.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Hercules is the one Disney movie I can think of right now where I thought it had genuinely funny bits and none of the comic relief stuff annoyed me really.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I thought it was all at worst inoffensive.
I think the worst aspect of it was fucking Hermes showing up. He has like 1 second line.
Yeah, he was weird.
Like, the background. It was just like
I didn't love him. Yeah, I didn't love him and I didn't really get him. But yeah, Danny DeVito was great.
I think that the character design of the gods is literally what's keeping this movie from S to me.
I think that's fair.
Which is like that's not like a big complaint, but legitimately
there is something about the way it looks that I don't love, and I think it makes it feel cheaper than it is, and that also hurts it for me.
But also, it's just really good. It's just like, I think Hercules is another movie that's just carried by a really great sort of character group.
Yeah. Hercules is great. I did not expect to like it at all. I thought I would genuinely, like, hate it.
I think Meg is one of the best...
Oh, she's great.
Quote Disney princesses.
I think that... No,
excellent.
She's, like, straight up is, like, I think probably, like, my... She's in, like, my top 2 or 3, like, Disney love interest woman characters, I guess. I don't want to say princess because there are some that aren't princesses, but
romance that feels like the characters
it's earned.
Is so kind of quote unquote hard to find in one of these movies.
Yeah,
but it really stood out.
Yeah, I think that's my thing with the '90s Disney too. Is I'm big on charm. I've said that. That is a thing that I don't think is present in the 90s Disney a lot of the time for me personally. I don't think there's a lot of charm there. They're a little bit too slick.
Yeah.
For charm, Hercules is a very slick movie, very slick and very hip.
Into it.
Not full of charm, but there is a bit of Disney magic in there. There's a bit of Disney magic in there, and I think Meg's great, and Danny DeVito is fucking actually really fun.
And it's so weird.
I like that the comic relief characters are the villain's little creatures because he can just kill them all the time.
Yeah, every time that they annoy you, the villain like beats the shit out of them and stumps them into little stains on the ground.
Yeah, which I like.
I'm gonna say, it's like really weird because a major joke in the movie is that this ancient Greek city is just New York, and that he's like a fucking like boxer or like an actor or whatever. And it's like, that should be stupid, but I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I had a ton of fun with it.
I agree.
Maybe that's because it's
when they,
still.
Yeah, it's like stuff like, oh, if comic relief is wearing Hercules' like Nike collab shoes should be annoying, but it's actually kind of like, it's cute.
Them calling it the Big Olive instead of the Big Apple. It's like,
yeah,
it's fun. For some reason, that's more fun than it should be. Go on.
I actually think a part of what made that movie not be an S tier for me was that I think it gets way better once Hercules gets buff.
Yeah.
I think that Hercules, I hate,
that's why
his design sucks. His design sucks at the beginning.
Very much.
When he has like his big fucking like legs and everything else is all skinny and fucked up, he looks ugly.
Okay.
For me,
what do you got?
This is, I would in hindsight actually have this below Tangled now.
What is it?
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid is in low A tier for me.
Little Mermaid is right below Tangled for me.
Okay. Is it an S? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't love The Little Mermaid, but I like it. That's really all I have to say.
I think I really like The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is about it. I don't. It's in fucking A tier, so it's not like I dislike it, but I don't adore it. But I get it, and I think it's fun. Ursula's a great villain. It has some of the best songs from that era, for sure.
I think that's another one of those just, like, definition of princess films for me, where it's like, I like the relationship that they build. The fucking comedy character isn't one. It's kind of Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian's kind of the comedy character, but he's
like, hey, Ariel, stop
under the sea, under the sea.
This movie's carried by Under the Sea, by the way. In case you're curious.
Yeah, that's why it's an S tier.
Poor Unfortunate Souls is so good too.
Poor Unfortunate Souls is
It's carried by fucking, and like every character again. It's character based. Like Ursula's a great villain. Her fucking shit that she's doing. Ariel's personal dilemma's great. The fact that she has like no one to fucking turn to.
Yeah.
Her relationship with her prince is really fun. I like him like trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
it's great. I really like it.
Yeah, it's one that I like, but I don't like it enough to really make it that high, and I don't really know why even.
Yeah,
I think there's just stuff that I think that it's just a little bit. I mean, I hate to say it. We've said it so many times in the stream. I think it's a little bit meandering for me.
I'm surprised.
It's a little bit meandering for me, and I don't even really know.
Yeah, because for me, it feels like everything that happens in that movie goes like right into more plot.
I guess. I don't know. For me, it's like it's not even that meandering. It's like barely meandering. But I think it's like. I think when I'm thinking about it, I think part of it is that I don't like its art style very much.
I can see where you're coming
from. I don't like how it looks that much. I actually
from
don't like how Ariel looks. I think she's one of my least favorite Disney princesses when it comes to her design.
She looks really bad.
She looks really bad from some angles. The art of the Little Mermaid genuinely is a thing that brings it down a lot for me.
I'm curious what specifically it is, but I get where you.
There's just something weird about how it looks. I think it's because it's this weird transitionary point between like the 80s era of Disney and the slicker 90s era of Disney, and it feels like they were trying to figure out what they wanted to do with Beauty and the Beast, but they weren't quite there yet.
Yeah.
So Little Mermaid is kind of like bottom of A tier for me.
Yes.
I also don't like Prince Eric that much.
That's fine.
I will say I'm not super into him, and I'm not super into the general Disney princess dynamic. I don't like love at first sight as a trope, and Little Mermaid is love at first sight as a trope. That brings it down for me. I think that like if you have a romance in a movie, I like for it to either be something that's already established, or something that's earned, or something that at the very least happens over the course of like a fun journey. I don't like when a character sees a character and is just like, oh yeah. Really?
I think part of
Little Mermaid does have kind of that. I think the marriage is earned.
Yeah, it's like part of what I like about that is just like it has like the entrancement where he's like, oh, there's this beautiful woman, I'd love to marry her sometime. This is like the girl of my dreams who saved me from this ocean. I don't know, it's just so like it's very Disney magic. It's like excessive.
It is very Disney magic.
It's a literal mind the fun of Disney magic.
Yeah, it's very Disney magic. I think that's the thing is like Disney magic is fun.
It's so cute.
I'm more about charm and whimsy than dimsy magic.
The Four Armpits comic. Oh,
8 legs. What's your next one?
My next one?
Yeah.
Okay, so above Hercules, above 101 Dalmatians, Frozen 2.
Frozen
Frozen
2 is right above Little Mermaid for me.
Yeah, center of middle A tier. Center of middle
really
A tier.
shocked. Yeah, it is. It is
Shockingly
center.
good.
Center. It's like at the higher end of lower.
Yeah, it's
A
in my
tier
top
for
20.
me. I was shocked.
This
They
is my
made a
number
Frozen
16.
2.
Frozen
You're
2 is number
completely
16.
justified in saying they made a Frozen 2,
Yeah.
but they made a Frozen 2, and it is like if Frozen 1 was good.
Yeah, it was good. What the fuck?
Everyone
dude?
forgot this movie existed, and
Everyone
I don't
forgot
blame
this movie
them.
existed. Every character looks better. Every character acts better.
It's
All
from
the
like
songs are fucking
2020
cool.
or something, I think.
Olaf is having fun. Olaf has like a fun little song that didn't make me unhappy. I liked it. I liked the overarching plot of it. Everything was good.
Oh yeah, I like that Olaf spends the whole movie like learning about death, basically. Yeah, Olaf is like a fun character in it, actually. Like he's kind of annoying in Frozen 1, but in Frozen 2 he's not annoying at all. What is it about? It is about Anna getting a call from nature spirits, and they go follow the call of the nature spirits. That's
It's
literally
just like-
it.
it's just a
It's an
fun
adventure
fantasy
movie.
movie.
It's an adventure fantasy
the plot
movie.
of Frozen 2 is Elsa feels out of place in this world because she has magic for no fucking reason. She starts hearing like a voice calling to her
Yeah.
from this land north of their kingdom where it's rumored that like people had a magic connected to the earth, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna check it out, but shit's fucked and they have to finagle with it.
Yeah, and it's fun. Everyone just looks better in it. Everyone gets outfit upgrades and just looks better as characters. Anna lets her hair down. It's great.
Everyone's fits are so clean.
Chris. There's a really I really like. I mean, like we said, I think marriage stuff is fun in movies, and there's a whole running plot of Kristoff trying
so
really
cute.
hard to propose to Anna for the entire movie, and it's actually like well executed and fun. I said this when we were watching it, but Kristoff is like literally the only like Disney dude that's like, yeah, like I get it. I like this guy. I like the cut of this guy's jib. He has a great personality, and he
One
like
thing I
is
really
a
love-
character.
What really can sell me on a fucking movie, or like any of these, is a really good low point song.
Oh, there's a great low point in
Like,
general,
when
and a
the
great
low point in a
song,
movie
too.
like feels hits, if like a good emotional low point hits,
Yeah.
it goes a really far way because it changes the rest of the movie.
Yeah, there's a
Anna's
great one in this
fucking
one.
low point song.
It's
in this
awful.
movie,
It's so sad too.
It's so fucking sad.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many things where it's like, oh, I'm in like trouble, but then I climb out of it. It's like
No, she's, like,
Moana
about to
had that.
die.
Moana
She's, like,
has
about
that
to
where it's
die.
like, oh, I don't think I can make it, and then she sings a song about how she's like still gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
In Frozen 2, it like hits. It's like
I don't want to spoil too much about
Yeah, I don't wanna
Frozen
spoil it
2
'cause nobody
because
fucking
so many
knows
people
about it.
haven't seen this movie. I will genuinely say, like, honest recommendation, I'm like a fucking stupid little snob, and I recommend Frozen 2.
yeah, I recommend Frozen 2 as well.
If we're the Siskel and Ebert
we're the
of your
Siskel and
life,
Ebert,
I give
we
it
both
two
recommend Frozen 2.
thumbs up, baby.
We both put it in A. No, we're like crazy high, but
I
they're
give it
both in
I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah. No, absolutely great movie. Had a great time with it. Pretty much universally.
My A tier.
I think that movie, like, legitimately, the fucking low point song, quote unquote, of that movie is legitimately, like, got it to that point for me. I was like, damn, wait,
I agree. I actually
She ate
agree
that shit
because
up.
it's a really like I was so surprised because it's like it's something that I wouldn't I'm gonna be vague. I'm gonna be vague about terms here, but what's happening in that scene is something that if I only had seen Frozen 1 and you just showed me that scene, I'd be like, why should I care about this? But Frozen 2 is so well crafted that I do care about it.
Yeah.
For me, my next movie in A tier, this is right in the middle of A tier for me. Lion King.
Yeah, same!
Lion King's
same!
middle
right
of A
above
tier.
it. Literally right above Frozen 2. Right above it. Oh my god.
It's good. It's this is one we don't talk about that much. It's the fucking Lion King.
It's Lion King.
What-
Everyone said everything there's to say about Timon and Pumbaa are annoying.
They're annoying.
That's it.
They do suck a
They
little bit.
weigh the movie down.
They weigh the movie down.
It's a fucking Rock Lee movie. It's carrying training weights the whole fucking time, and it's still
and
as
it's
good as it
yeah,
is.
that's the thing. It's astounding that it manages to be as good as it is, despite having some of my least favorite comic relief characters
which
in
you say
Disney.
all the fucking
Unlike
time.
all the other ones, I don't like the ones in that one very much. Pumbaa farts a lot.
I have Lion King nostalgia. I cried when we watched this movie.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, during fucking, what was it?
I remember the fucking scene. It was when he...
Did you cry during any other Disney movies that
No.
you watched? You didn't? Okay.
No, that, like, and again, that's mostly nostalgia. Yeah, it was the death.
Oh, it's a well-executed scene. There's a reason that it's
Extremely.
considered to be so
Extremely
notable.
well-constructed scene.
Yeah,
I
it's,
think
it's very well made.
up until Hakuna Matata, that movie is, like, literally perfect.
I agree. I think that the movie is pretty much like solid S tier until Timon and Pumbaa show up, and they do kind of, for me, single-handedly bump it down to A tier.
Yep.
Because they're really, really prevalent.
They're really prevalent.
If they just showed up and like Pumbaa like made a fart joke sometimes, it'd be one thing. But they have like several songs and they're just kind of annoying the whole time, and I don't like them at all.
I think it would have been better if say, like, they weren't as jokey, but that's
Or,
like
yeah.
their vibe. It's just like, I don't know.
I get that they're kind of there to add levity after a like heavy scene.
Yeah,
but they're
and
there
their
so
whole thing is
they're
like, we don't
there
care about this
so
shit.
fucking much. They're there so much.
But there's like, they keep doing like pop culture shit.
Yeah.
They're like zippy. It's
Yeah,
it's a
but
good
it's the
time.
Lion King. You know about the fucking.
It's the
Lion
same
King.
deal. Like, remember what we said? How I think that why Hercules worked so well, why it like nothing felt like annoying, is because the whole movie felt like that.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah, I agree.
the
It was
movie had
very
its, like,
consistent.
low
It was
points.
really tonally consistent.
Yeah.
Hercules was.
The tone was like solid whole way through in Hercules.
Yeah.
A Lion King, they stood out
There's some dissonance.
a little bit.
Next, right above. Oh yeah, you're going.
It's me.
next. Sorry, I
Um,
forgot.
What's next? What's after Lion King? Right after Lion King, Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet is higher for me. Treasure Planet
Is it S?
is not S. It's
Okay.
not S for me, but I did really like Treasure
I
Planet.
really like Treasure Planet.
Really, really, really like Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet was fantastic.
I was surprised that I liked it so much.
Really?
I thought about S tiering it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's at pretty much the tippity top of A tier for me.
Yeah, Treasure Planet. There's like a group of 4 that I think are.
Yeah, I
Other
thought it
bears
was
have
great.
me
I
too.
thought it was a great movie. I just liked pretty much everything about it. I don't know. I think that the weakest moment in Treasure Planet is straight up when the lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls sings a 90s dad rock song
and even
about being
that,
sad.
it's like that could be in like any movie.
It could be in any movie.
It could be in literally any movie.
It's very dated, is all.
It's very dated,
It's a
yeah,
very
but-
dated song. It's a very dated moment. But I do think that, like, I don't
Everything
know,
in the movie's good.
it's a really strong movie overall. I'm still here. It's not even an awful song,
Yeah.
but it's really hokey.
It just like feels it.
It's a great movie. It looks great.
That-
I really like the story of
that character relationship, like that style of character relationship, is so nice.
It is.
It's like such a
And
fun. I don't know. It's
we
just good.
were talking about this A tier is looking so crowded. It's because this is a collaborative list.
Yeah.
We each have, I think, 10 movies in our independent S tiers.
Yeah, we both made our S tiers a top 10.
Yeah, Treasure Planet's great. I don't know. I honestly, if I reflected on it a bit, I could see it being an S tier one for me. It was like
It was
in my
just
top 3
universally
for A tier,
good.
I think.
I think it's one of the first movies that I think Lion King is the last movie that doesn't go like beyond just being like a good Disney movie.
yeah,
right?
Treasure Planet
Does
was
that
like,
make sense?
this is a great movie.
Treasure Planet's just like a good
They
sci-fi.
should-
In
if they
fact, I'm
wa-
actually gonna put Frozen 2. I can't put it above Lion King, but it has that same vibe. Frozen
Yeah,
2 feels
I
like it's just
kind
a
of-
good fantasy
I
movie.
kind of like Frozen 2 more than The Lion King when I think about it,
It's like-
actually, which is
yeah.
fucking weird to
Yeah,
say. That's
yeah.
such a movie that like no one in the world cares about. But,
Yeah, like it's like those two they wobble for me, but Treasure Planet feels like it's just a solid sci-fi movie.
yeah, it's great.
great
it's just
cast.
great. I recommend Treasure
The emotional
Planet.
beats all hit. There's lots of like cool concepts.
It's a movie that we were talking about this, but it was a flop when it came out. But it's one of the Disney movies that would probably be better suited for a live action remake
Yeah.
if they wanted to do one. They're never gonna do it because it was a flop, but and I don't even want to see one. But
They really deserved it.
next
you
on
got?
my list, this is right above The Lion King for me, is Tarzan.
Tarzan's an S. Tarzan's
Tarzan's
an
an S for you. That's
Yep.
fair.
I love Tarzan.
Tarzan is high A for me, or kind of like high mid A for me. I liked it a lot. I don't know.
I think
It's Tarzan.
I just really like the love story of it.
It's a fun love
The
story.
love, like I
It
don't know,
is.
the
It is a fun love
relationship
story.
and watching it build and him fucking just like the way that his character understanding the world. It's so good.
Gray saying Phil motherfucking Collins is literally explaining why I don't have it higher than it is. I don't like Phil Collins very much.
I don't think that makes the movie worse.
It's not awful. It's not awful. When I say it's not, it's like fucking knocks it down. Like it doesn't even. Really
I agree with you, Alistair. I think Phil Collins that like it vibes.
It's not actually that bad. It's just fucking. It's very funny that Phil Collins is so prevalent in fucking Tarzan.
It's just like it's such an endearing movie.
It has great characters.
The story of Tarzan
very
is so
simple
fun.
story.
Yeah,
also,
it's a very simple story.
Mind.
It sells it so well. I don't know. I just love that kind of character.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I like it.
Great villain death.
Great villain
top
death.
5 villain
great
death.
villain death. Actually, he dies like Luigi dies in
like
Luigi's
Luigi
Mansion.
dies
It's really sad.
No gorilla bias. Don't call that gorilla bias.
Yeah, I like it
no
too. I like it too.
Movie's great.
And I don't like gorillas that much.
2 worlds, 1 family.
Yeah, Tarzan. I like that the villain's entire motivation is he desperately wants to shoot a gorilla, and that's it. That's all he wants to do is kill a gorilla.
You could sell a gorilla hide for $700 though. I bet there's a cow out there that could really use that.
I'd get you really far, because they are. This is from Frozen times, because there was the boat from Frozen.
Yeah, the boat from Frozen. Was
that's the one that Tarzan was on.
It's very funny because I made that joke constantly. Because remember when Frozen came out, people said that. That is no longer canon because of Frozen 2. Frozen 2
did make Tarzan not canon in the Frozen universe. But yeah, Tarzan's great. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
Where is it in your S tier? Or do you want to talk about our specific placements later?
I'll talk about this. This is fine.
I think that I want to like trade our number ones and like our like top threes like later, but yeah. I feel like there's gonna be some crossover.
Tarzan is number 6 for me.
Okay, that's pretty high.
Number 6. Yeah, I really like Tarzan.
Yeah, I will say 101 Dalmatians is in my S tier. It is number 8 on my list. So,
we have one more from your S tier, right? I think we got one more.
We have a couple from my S tier. I'll talk about it.
Okay.
What is your next?
My next one after Treasure Planet?
Yeah.
I thought you were up.
I just did Tarzan.
Oh, okay. Raya.
Really?
Yeah.
Raya is right below. It's my 5th highest on A tier.
Yeah.
For
Raya's like top of A tier for me.
Which I was kind of
shocked about.
I was surprised by because this is another one no one talks about. This is another box office bomb that no one talks about.
This is the
Raya
box office
and the
bomb
Last
tier.
Dragon.
Box office bombs that don't feel like Disney movies.
Box office bombs. Disney should do more of those because they're good.
They should. Because you know what, I have to move Frozen here because it feels like it fits with what I have.
I want to look up the Last Dragon because she's cute.
I think she's cute. Motherfuckers complain about this. They're like, "Wow, she looks like Elsa." She is cute. This is a cute fucking character.
What was her name?
I
know her name. That's it. Here's a picture of her. She's cute. She's cute. You only heard bad things about Raya. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's
I really enjoyed it.
What I said watching it is it's like by far I think the best action movie Disney has done. Arguably. It's really, 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 really solid action.
Here's the thing, Sid. She looks much better in motion.
She looks really good in motion. She moves in a way that I like a lot. She moves in a way that I like a lot. Oh,
I like her like human form.
Quick shout out, by the way. I meant to say this. Oliver and Company. I actually should raise Oliver and Company because I like the poodle in it a lot.
Yeah,
the poodle in Oliver and Company is great.
It's funny because that's why it's as high as it is for me. I really like that.
Hold on, let me look up Oliver and Company poodle really fast. I don't remember her name.
Neither.
Georgette.
How the fuck do you remember that?
I'm afraid there's gonna be porn.
There will be. Row 5?
Georgette? Bro,
scroll down to row 5.
Fucking straight up kin, right? I kin this character. She's just like me, for real.
This character is really fun. I like that they like fuck with her face a lot because she's like...
Because she's not nice.
A semi-antagonist, so they let her like
fun. Like, look at her. I love that. I love that she's like kind of like a dickhead, so they have her like villain expressions and stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, Raya's really good. I was kind of really skeptical of it for like the first 30 minutes, I will say. And not even because they were bad. I was just like, I don't know about how this movie's gonna be. And it did really hook me ultimately, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I think it has Disney magic. It has a baby in it.
It does. Has a baby. It has a baby that we didn't hate.
I like the baby.
Had a fucking active.
I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not going to spoil anything. This is a very recent movie, and I bet fucking like 4 of you have watched it.
Active cartoon baby
There's a
who's
baby
there
in
for
it,
like
and I
half
like
the
the baby.
fucking movie,
They're an important character.
and there's a number of jokes relying on them, and
I
I liked them the whole time.
I liked them the whole movie. Baby,
What?
good.
How the fuck do you do that?
That's rare.
The thing is, like, Raya, it's just like, it's a good action movie.
Yeah, it's a good.
It's just a good
action
solid
movie.
fantasy action movie
Yeah.
that I like the whole way through. Like, Raya, Frozen 2, Treasure Planet, and the one that you can probably guess the last one in my group of that.
Yeah.
Like, they all just
all
feel
those
like...
movies are right next to each other on
Yeah.
my list. I
Yeah,
think.
they're
I think
all
it's a
movies
group
that-
of 3 that I think all kind of go together in a weird way.
Movies that did terrible in the box office that I really like because they don't feel like Disney movies. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how life works out like that? Do another one. Give another shot, Disney. I love these.
Yeah, they're great. Raya is underrated. I genuinely recommend if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
watch it. It's
It's
fun.
worth your time. It's a tight watch. It's an hour, 40 minutes long, I think, basically.
Get
Really
that Disney
just
Plus
simple
subscription.
little story. There's stuff I like about it a lot. It has great action scenes. It has characters that look like humans. They don't look like cartoon characters even, which
Yes.
is kind of weird.
They really kneecapped this movie because theaters only, and when it was on Disney Plus,
there was no
it was,
vaccine yet.
No,
also,
and when it was on Disney
came
Plus,
out
it
in
was like
theaters.
$30, right?
Yeah, you had to pay money for
You
it.
had to pay money to see it on fucking Disney Plus. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was the plague. It was released before vaccines were out, like right before they were a thing even. So, very bad timing.
Yeah.
But I also won't deny that, like, I don't know, no one talked about
Yeah,
this.
it also didn't get like grabbed. It's a number of factors. Again,
let's
it's
just
like Treasure Planet
let's
Atlantis.
finish this trifecta. Atlantis.
Where'd you put it? Is it S or A for you?
It's an A for me.
Okay, high A for me is too. It's the top of my A tier.
Yeah, Atlantis is for me below Treasure Planet. I like Treasure Planet more, but Atlantis. My order for this weird series of 3 movies, that I think all are weirdly thematically like tied together because of how weird that they are.
Yeah, I'm like squeezing Frozen 2 into that, even though it's not exactly.
I think that's kind of fair.
It feels like it fits.
Yeah, kind of.
It feels like it belongs
Yeah.
there as well, even though it's tied to fucking Frozen.
I'm kind of Treasure Planet, Atlantis, and Raya.
Yeah, those 3 belong together.
Atlantis is great. We watched that today. That's a recent one. It was really cool.
I think what makes Atlantis feel better than Treasure Planet to me is like I love both the crews. Well, but I like the Atlantis crew notably more so than like the crew in Treasure Planet.
I think that's fair because the crew in Treasure Planet is not really a crew.
Yeah, it's like I like the rock alien.
Yeah, because
like
the
Long
crew in
John
Treasure
Silver.
Planet is there's Silver, who's like kind of the on again off again antagonist, and other than that, the crew is basically
The crew's
like
the woman, the
a
man.
bunch of evil guys, except for like the professor and woman.
All
their
like
captain.
the aliens don't have like much personality.
Yeah, because they're just kind of fodder.
They're just sort of
Atlantis,
fodder.
everyone has personalities. It's like a little group of guys.
Yeah, and half of them are like throwaway characters. Like they only have like a few things they come up to. They do like different actions. Or like
Yeah, really cool,
elements.
really good art in Atlantis.
Gorgeous
One of the
movie.
interesting things is all the art. The backstory of it's really weird because Disney apparently just decided they wanted to make a movie that looked visually like Hellboy, basically. So they contacted, I don't know how to say his name, Mike Mignola? Mike Mignola? Is the G silent in his name? I don't know. Hellboy guy. They contacted Hellboy guy and said, we want to make a movie that looks like your work. Do you want to help work on it? And he was just like, yeah, sure, I guess. And then he just did a bunch of pre-production art for it. A bunch of the designs and concepts are by him. He worked on the story as well.
it makes sense. 'cause I
And it
think
kind of shows.
raw character design. I think that's like one of the best looking Disney movies.
Yeah, there's one
From character design alone.
What was the mole guy?
I love this guy.
This guy, oh man, he's fucking disgusting. He's a disgusting character, but he looks visually very distinct. There's a lot of very
Just look up Atlantis crew. Just look up the crew from Atlantis.
yeah, they all look cool.
Everyone has a vibe.
Well, here's their faces.
Top, no, that's fan art. Top
No,
right.
this is great. Okay, yeah, this is better.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so fucking big. Okay, well, you're looking at this picture then instead.
Every character in it is like good.
Yeah,
I like
they all
every
are
character
very
in here.
visually distinct and cool. D&D party is actually a really good way to put it. They all have very distinct
all
like
have their
personalities that get across in just
They
the
all
way
have like
they
a
look.
little quirk to them too. It's so cool.
Atlantis was a bomb. It wasn't
terrible.
as big of a bomb as Treasure Planet. But I think it was a bomb in the sense that it made very little money.
Yeah.
it did not completely fail, but it didn't do well either. I don't know. I think that a lot of the things we could say about Atlantis is just going to be retreading the same ground. It looks very cool. Has a great Disney villain death. Great death for the antagonist in it. I don't want to. I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it. Also,
it's so funny because all the movies that I really like, I don't want to spoil them.
When we get into like S tier, I think there's a lot we can talk about because we're going to get into some classics. I can already tell we're getting into some classics in S tier.
Okay, Qweave. So we are now in my top 10. How far are you from yours?
We are in my top 10.
Okay.
We are in my S tier, and we've already talked about a few from my S tier.
We're in S tier. Give me your...
I did Atlantis.
Atlantis?
I did Atlantis. No, I talked about Atlantis already. You're next.
Bottom of S tier for me is Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's in my S tier. Pinocchio is number 5 on my list.
Pinocchio's there because it is legitimately...
Artistry alone.
Huge artistry. This is like one of the most impressive animated movies ever created.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just by nature of what they had at the time, what they were working with, it will remain one of the most impressive like artistic movies ever made.
The whale sequence is fucking crazy.
I can't like overstate when I was watching this fucking movie.
You were saying like, wow, holy shit, so many times.
Every single fucking frame of that whale being painted as though it was a background element is fucking incredible. The water in that movie is mind blowing. The fucking parallax. There's parallax in that movie.
Yeah,
they had to animate parallax.
It's a really
in fucking like 1936, dude.
It's an insanely good-looking movie.
They had like a room-sized fucking camera rig tracking. It's crazy.
Yeah, and even discounting like the technical impressiveness of Pinocchio, it's just a good.
It's also just like solid.
It's just good.
It's solid.
Most of the villains do get away. Like no one really gets punished for anything.
It's a movie that should be like meandering.
But it isn't. It is a movie that consists of, like almost every Disney movie did for about the first 50 years of Disney existing, it is a movie that consists of a character just going places and doing random things, but it works really well because it is just about this fucking little freak learning what morality is.
Yep.
Watching Pinocchio smoke cigars is very fun.
The fucking faces he makes when he's smoking his cigar and drinking,
he's like
and he's
turning sick.
He's reacting to his friend turning into a donkey.
Getting peer pressured. The donkey scene's horrifying. Also.
Yeah, no, it's really scary.
It's like played up in a horror way. It's
we're
like
joking like, haha, TF joke, huh? And then it's like, oh. Ooh.
No, it's not. It's not cute, really.
There's nothing. No redeeming things in that scene.
Yeah. I would say that Pinocchio, as far as that early Disney goes, is like basically just downright perfect.
It's literally perfect. Like,
yeah,
I think that
Pinocchio is my number 5.
Snow White shows some age and feels kind of like experimental.
Pinocchio feels a lot more timeless.
Pinocchio, I feel like that movie, it's just crazy. It's legitimately mind blowing. I'm trying to find the fucking one scene from Pinocchio that has a. It's like this camera shot that's zooming into like an Italian street, and just thinking about.
Oh man, our S tiers are very similar. Though.
Yeah, I'm
really surprised at how similar these are.
How like close that we enjoy these movies. Kind of crazy.
Can I go into mine?
Yeah, knock yourself out. Let's hear it.
All right, my S tier, my bottom of S tier, like I said, because I'm fucked up in the head, was the Aristocats.
Yeah.
Above that is a notably better movie if you're a normal person. The Princess and the Frog.
Ooh,
is in my S tier.
Yeah, same. Princess and the Frog is, I think, 6 or 5 for me.
Yeah, it is my favorite Disney princess story. It's great.
It's adorable.
It has a super earned romance. It's a really fun journey. I like all the characters.
The setting's
great.
Is fantastic.
I said this a lot when we were watching it. I just like New Orleans a lot, like as a place and as a setting and things. So seeing something set there is fun. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking banger. It's a banger. Has great songs. Yeah. Great antagonist also. Really great antagonist. Really cool antagonist. With a great Disney death. Love a Disney death. Mm-hmm. Full of Disney magic up the fucking wazoo in Princess and the Frog right after a Disney magic list era.
Yeah. This movie came after fucking Bolt.
This movie came after the Orange era and Home on the Range. It came after an era where, like, it's like they were saving up all their Disney magic for, like, a decade. They were charging like a
spirit bomb, dude, this whole time.
Yeah, and they just, like, put out Princess and the Frog, and it is basically the perfection of the Disney princess story, I think. Like, if you look at, I don't know, if you look at just like traditional Disney princesses, like the Cinderellas and shit, it's just like, what if this shit was like characters with personality doing stuff, but it isn't as modern and cutting edge as Tangled is. It has a lot more like in common with the classic era.
I mean, this is a movie that was built on quote unquote nostalgia. It feels,
and that's what it fucking just does a better job than anything Disney did before that.
People were annoyed at what they were doing, so then they tried to.
It also looks really good. Great animation. Gorgeous in that
movie.
One. Great,
aside from
gorgeous
when the bottles are out and they're all 3D models.
That part's not great, but
that
I honestly forgot about that until you mentioned it. So, I like the comic relief character.
Yep.
And for the Cajun lightning bug, I liked him. I liked him.
The fact that he squeaks in, he's like a great part of the story.
And I liked him the whole time. I didn't even he annoyed me literally at first, and then I grew to like him, which is the way you should do a comic relief character.
That's really hard.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked him the whole time, pretty much. So
okay,
Princess of the Frog, banger. It is a banger. It is.
What number is that for you?
That is my number 9.
Okay. This is fitting. I'm gonna go to my number 9. Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh is right above this for me, and I said, I grouped together old Winnie and new Winnie, but I think that I technically have a top 11, but I just kind of am considering these like the Winnie the Pooh movies.
I think just like the storybookness of it carries all like really hard.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh's great. I think it's great. It's whimsical as fuck. It's super charming. I like charm a lot, and Winnie the Pooh is incredibly charming. It's so interesting too, because Winnie the Pooh, the ending of that movie is like, as a kid, whatever, but as an adult, it's so bittersweet. Because it's just like Christopher Robin is gonna grow up one day. Kind of.
It's also like it is just like a selection of little stories. Like in terms of meandering, like that's obviously what I've said with every Disney movie. But the presentation of it with the storybook setting makes it feel so much more cozy.
Yeah, I agree.
All the characters are cozy. It's like it's just a cozy movie.
Yeah, it's
There's
super.
Nothing else to say.
Very cozy. It's very cottage core. You know?
It's very cottage core, as the kids these days would say.
I don't know. There's really nothing bad I can say about Winnie the Pooh.
This movie saw it shot and it took it and it did perfectly. Yeah, it makes you feel warm inside.
Makes you feel warm inside.
It's just a nice fuzzy movie.
Yeah, it's like if it is like if like I don't know if hot cocoa was like a thing you watch.
Yeah, if hot cocoa was a thing that you watch, then
that is Winnie the Pooh. That's like a fucking super saccharine way to put it, but that is also like basically what it is.
Because that's how the movie feels.
I feel like it'd be like morally wrong to put Winnie the Pooh lower. Like you're insulting
exactly.
him.
I felt like bad.
I don't want to. I can't hate Winnie the Pooh.
I could put the sequel down because I'm like, oh, this has like Tom Kenny in it. It was made in 2008.
Yeah, but also I still like the sequel a lot.
Same.
I still thought that's why I kind of did. Yeah, that's why I kind of grouped them together. Was I liked the sequel a lot, and it's some classic Winnie action, you know. The sequel had a more prominent role for Kanga because they were girl bossing it.
Okay, so what I want to hear is your 10 through 6.
My 10 through 6.
Just like countdown because we've heard most of them, I think.
Okay, my number 10 is Aristocats. My number 9 is Princess and the Frog.
Yep.
Actually, it's not. I'm wrong. My number 9 was Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, same spot for us.
Number 8 was 101 Dalmatians.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 was Princess and the Frog. Number 6 is Encanto for me. I liked Encanto a lot.
I did too.
I was not expecting to like it because it's like, hey, I'm Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I'm in Colombia. We're gonna have some fun with ya.
What was
it's just like, okay, man.
When we watched that movie, you in a Lin-Manuel Miranda voice, like
you tweeted what I
did
said.
tweet.
It wasn't even funny.
To me, it was so fucking funny because you hadn't done the Lin-Manuel Miranda voice yet.
I'll have to look at what it is. It was like I'm fucking. It was like I'm fucking. My family, we all have powers. We like to sit around and we talk for hours.
It's like that's what it was. Description of the fucking movie.
That was.
Was saying, "This is my family. We all have powers. we like to hang out and talk for hours." It was so fucking funny. For no reason, just like out of nowhere, you just said that. Stop.
I have to. Hold on.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but also Encanto was really good.
It was great. It was another one of those movies that has like so few flaws.
Yeah. It did genuinely, like, I shit on Lin-Manuel Miranda because he's a fucking nerd. But
he's a nerd. He's a corny ass fucking nerd who makes saturine bullshit songs.
When he doesn't
Put him in
sing,
more Disney movies.
when he doesn't
Make
do
him
the
do more Disney
performances,
movies, dude.
when he doesn't do the performances, he does great. We don't talk about Bruno has been stuck in my head since I watched Encanto. Actually,
Yeah.
it is a good song. It's so weird to me because it's like it kind of like overtaking Let It Go in terms of like most like successful mainstream appeal is so fucking weird because it's like just
it's so plot heavy.
It's like a thing about the movie. It's like just shit that like happens in the movie. It's like not a thing that you can apply to your life at all unless you know a guy named Bruno who like can tell the future, which I don't think you fucking do.
Yeah, no, it's great. That was my number 3.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, for me it is my number 6.
3 or 4.
It is on my list right below Pinocchio.
Dragging on in there.
Yeah, let me get this in there. It's great. It's a great movie. It is genuinely a really good movie. I don't know. I was surprised. I was just so surprised that I liked it as much as I did.
For the most part, we have the same top 5. Which is
We
really
do.
neat.
We have very similar rankings.
What do we have?
What is your next one?
So my bottom 6. My number 10 was Pinocchio.
Yeah, what's your 10 through 6?
10 was Pinocchio. 9 was Winnie the Pooh. 8 was Little Mermaid. 7, Tangled. 6 was Tarzan. 5, Princess and the Frog. And 4 is Hunchback.
Hunchback is higher for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hunchback is higher for me.
It's just really competitive once I get up here.
it is a fucking bloodbath down here.
I think Hunchback, the thing with it, quote unquote, is it's again that like little bit of tonal whiplash.
The fucking gargoyles are very bad.
Which like
they are very bad.
They're not even that bad. Like compared to every other comic relief character in a fucking Disney
That's the
movie,
thing. They're not that. If they were in a normal Disney movie, they would not be as bad. But it's the fact that they are in Hunchback.
What I described
is what
it
hurts
as.
them.
What I described it as is if like you were watching Les Mis and then midway through like a cartoon goat starts doing a little dance and it's like, "Hey, go get the girl, baby!
I'm going to the goat."
It's like,
yeah.
But also that aside,
other than that,
it's just a really solid musical about France.
Yeah, what I was saying when we were watching it is it's definitely like by far for me the Disney movie where I felt like the songs were like perfectly implemented in the movie. Like they just were really seamless, except for the one where they're like, "Quasimodo, you gotta have sex."
Like
other than that one wasn't great. But
in the sense, this is a movie that felt like a real ass just musical.
Yeah, no, it felt like a musical.
It felt like I went to the theater and I saw a fucking like 1930s musical that has lasted because of how high quality the music was.
Yeah, which is why it has stage adaptations, which I don't think is common, like outside of just fucking garbage adaptations for Disney. Like I think there's like a Lion King stage adaptation, and it sucks.
It's the longest running show on Broadway.
It sucks.
Does it suck? I don't think it sucks.
I think it sucks. I'm excited it sucks.
I think it's pretty good. I think as
I watched it. Pretty cringe.
Anyways,
yeah,
Hunchback is fantastic.
Hunchback is. I'm not gonna say my ranking for it, but it is higher than that for me.
As much as I love,
I'm gonna save like I think we should save what our actual top 3s are specifically until we're like there. But
well, you already know my number 3.
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
Okay. So the thing with Hunchback is it's like, aside from just. Oh, I'm losing my Discord connection. There we go. No. Aside from just the what's it called? Like Hellfire, everyone knows is a good song. Every other song in that,
they're all good.
Is so fucking. I love.
They're also
and they all have like such a nice motif.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I really think I think they're super smartly implemented. One of my favorite moments in that movie is Hellfire, but I really like that. Hellfire.
You're gonna say the same thing I'm gonna say. I think. Go on.
I really like that Hellfire is like an extension of Heaven's Light, technically, because I think it's a really smart way.
It's the same like tune with like slight variation.
Yeah, but I think it's a really smart way of showing like Frollo's obviously like the bad guy and Quasimodo's like a good guy, but they both have really warped perceptions of the same character. Yeah. So I like that they both have like basically the inverse
It's
fantasy
so
songs
neat.
about the same character, where Quasimodo's like, Heaven's Light, blah, 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 and Frollo's like, oh, Hellfire, blah, blah, blah. But they're, like, just singing about the exact
it's the same
thing.
fucking song.
It's the same
so
song
fucking cool.
from,
It's
like,
such a cool
different
song.
perspectives, and it's very cool.
Bells of Notre Dame is, like, I think legitimately, like, one of the best openings to any Disney movie. By a mile.
Yeah.
Maybe not by a mile, but by a big margin.
Yeah, it's a very, very, it's just a great movie.
Just
I don't know.
completely solid movie.
Out discounting the gargoyles, it's pretty much, like, perfect.
Yeah, I'd say if it weren't for the gargoyles, this would be like S tier, like #1, no contest.
Yeah, it is a shame that they're
and instead
there.
it's like top 5.
It is like a relentlessly dark movie.
Yeah, no, especially.
Which I think is part of why I'm
Part
like...
of why it's so good is because it, like,
into it.
continues to be, like...
I don't feel patronized by... And that is the problem with the fucking gargoyles, is they're, like, patronizing.
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing else is. So...
Exactly.
Yeah, great movie.
Great movie.
Everyone's
Hunchback
seen
is
this
amazing.
one, but it's a great one.
Yeah.
Next on my list is Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. I don't even fucking know. It's Beauty and the Beast. It's great. It is, like... It's good. It's a good movie.
It's a very good movie. Very good movie. Do you want to just wrap out our top 3s?
We can just talk our top 3s. Sure.
Okay. My number 3 was Encanto. My
Okay.
number 2 was Lilo and Stitch. My number 1 was Beauty and the Beast.
Lilo and Stitch is my number 3. Hunchback is my number 2. Bambi is my number 1. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where did I put it again?
You put Bambi in, like, C or
I
something.
put Bambi below Emperor's New Groove. Bambi is one spot away from Chicken Little.
Yeah, Bambi was my number 1.
That's crazy.
Bambi was my number 1. I think that artistically, it was just such a fucking... I give a lot of points to
crazy.
whimsy, and I also give a lot of points to, like, this is just an art film.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I thought that Bambi was really, 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 like... I don't know.
This is not a divorce moment. It's
No.
not that. Like, I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong.
I
It's
like
just
it in a
eh.
different way than I liked anything else that we had
Yeah.
watched.
Bambi is a pretty movie, but that's it. That's all I got.
I don't know. I Bambi's pretty movie, and
I
then
got as
I
much,
didn't
I got
even
as
mind
much
Thumper. I
out of
like
Bambi
Thumper.
as I could of watching like Cute Deer Outside.
Yeah,
Which
that's,
maybe that's why
massive.
I liked it so much.
That's
because I've
massive
seen so many
points.
Cute Deer Outside.
Yeah, I think Bambi being that high
I
is
honestly
like.
might make Lilo and Stitch number 1.
I think Bambi being that high is like fucking a weird ass opinion. I have my top 10's kind of weird.
We basically have the same fucking
I
top
know
10.
because I think some of them are like really just.
I
Like,
think Bambi's the only
right
one
fit.
that's like a shocker for me. Everything
Bambi
else
is
like
weird.
obvious.
I'm willing to admit that, but Bambi is. You know what? It's that fucking charm.
It's that
that charm. I love charm and I love
It's
whimsy.
the wonderful charm of a movie without a story.
It's a wondrul charm of a movie that is straight up just about like
It's
a
just-
deer trying not to
Check
die
out
for
this
an
deer
hour.
wandering around.
It's just like trying not to die, and there's like some horrifying scenes in that. I really like that the villain is just like off-screen presence of man being a thing. I don't know. It's so.
I have no hate for Bambi.
I know. I'm just talking about Bambi.
Yeah.
It's such a weird, like, kind of artsy-fartsy movie that you could not make
Oh no, never.
ever.
I think
now.
that's what's interesting about the earlier Disney movies.
Yeah, but like, there's like no way you could fucking make it. There's no way if you made it that it would be anything other than a weird indie movie. And like, I don't know, it's fucking, it's out there, and it's a weird little film, and I like it, and I like watching it.
Yeah,
Like-
I think that the problem with Bambi is that it had no magic. It didn't have the magic of the movie. Like
No
Snow
one
White.
cast any spells.
It didn't have
So
the magic
that
of
is
the
an
movie like Snow
understandable
White.
complaint. You're just like them. You want to talk about Lilo and Stitch at all?
Lilo and Stitch is perfect. It's
I think that's
literally
fair.
perfect. I think
That's kind of my thing. Is like the S tier for this is so weird because like I don't really have like bad things to say about most of these movies. Lilo and Stitch is honestly probably the most like perfect
Like
movie.
it's reasonable having Bambi up there because in my eyes, Bambi, Snow White, and Pinocchio are literally this. They serve the same purpose.
They're kind of the
as being
trifecta.
a movie, like a very artistic movie from the 30s that would not have existed today in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And it's just like Pinocchio will be the rep you get to represent here, and I'll rank the other ones otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, that's there are particular eras of Disney that I think I like a lot, and they are the weird, sketchy 60s, 70s period, and I like that early weird period. Like Snow White was pretty decently into my A tier because I just think it's really, I think it's really interesting because I'm looking at it and I guess not as just like animation or Disney, but like as like film. It's so weird.
I'm just so character heavy. Like
I think that's fair. I think
character
that's fair.
and personality are so important to me that like I
am like a little art film enjoyer. I like movies where you just watch like a guy walk around for like 2 hours. I'm like into it.
This is your RPG gamer brain versus my platform gamer brain.
Bambi's like fucking flew by for me.
Flew by?
Yeah, it was fast. It's like an hour long.
I think I left at some point.
I don't know.
I either left or I tapped out completely because
weird.
I remember the mom died. I remember Bambi was an adult, and then you talked about rotoscoping his antlers, and I was like, remember shit about this movie after that.
That's sad.
It didn't click with me.
That's so sad. You just didn't even watch.
No,
I did. Watch the movie.
I watched it, but it was just like
you didn't even watch the movie.
I watched the movie. I saw everyone meets a woman or whatever, and I was like, Thumper has a girlfriend now.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Flower has a girlfriend now. Bambi's a girlfriend now. Sort of ends eventually.
You just like totally ignored the entire forest fire sequence, all the animals getting shot.
I think I've no.
Did you just not notice like the part?
Literally no memory of that.
That's like one of the most notable parts of the entire movie.
I might have not been in the room.
You were there. You just weren't paying any attention. I tried to make you pay attention, and you just were like looking at your fucking phone.
Legitimately, I have no fucking memory of it.
Yeah, there weren't enough gargoyles in it.
No, here's the thing.
Like, fuck, we're Stitch.
No, there were just no characters.
Bambi is a character.
He's like barely a character.
He's absolutely a character.
He's barely a character.
Yeah, you're fucking pathetic. This is pathetic. This is embarrassing. You wanted Robin Williams' genie so badly to show up and be like, "Hey, Bambi."
Bambi's like character arc through that movie is damn people are scary. That's it.
There's like the fucking fight scene between Bambi and unnamed anonymous deer.
It's Rano.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's Rano.
You didn't watch the movie, so you can shut up.
Bambi 2.
And it was like a really crazy fight scene that was just like super artsy.
I do know that.
It's
actually the same name synth. I think that's right.
But yeah, I don't know. Lilo and Stitch is good. Lilo and Stitch is great. Beauty and the Beast is also like it's just hard to find anything to really complain about. I feel like Beauty and the Beast is like the perfect
princess movie, kind of inarguably. It does everything right.
Yeah,
it's another one of those movies that really feels like a musical. I think that's what sells me on it. You're saying in quotation mark these animals can't be characters, but Lilo and Stitch is, I think, my number one.
Lilo and Stitch is great.
I
didn't expect to like it as much as I liked it.
Yeah, I was like fully prepared for that to be like.
I was expecting for it to be very Emperor's New Groove to me.
Yeah, no, that movie's like so endearing.
But it's just great. It's just great. There's really nothing bad about Lilo and Stitch. It's weird because there's almost not much to talk about because it's just like a perfect good
movie. Again, like
it's good the whole way through. Everything's great. All the characters are super likable. It has a distinct art style that I like. It has a fun little soundtrack. It has
like Lilo, her sister, and Stitch are just like such a good trio of characters.
Yeah.
I don't know, the way that they interact and whatnot, her relationship with her sister, everything. It's just like you don't see movies that aren't animated movies like tackle characters in that sort of way.
Yeah.
And it's really refreshing to see it in any way, shape, or form. Any sort of like struggle with how she like sees the world and whatnot.
Yeah. A relationship
like, has to relate to it. How they support each other. It's just like a really sweet story.
It is. It is a sweet story
that as it in any other world, if you like pitch that story to someone, I feel like they would fucking slaughter it. But somehow they squeaked out something like really incredible.
Yeah, I like Lilo being like a weirdo.
Yeah, everything
True.
in it feels really natural.
I like that she's a weirdo, and that's never like actually the problem in the story.
No, not at all. She just is. It's
Yeah,
just like
she's
how
just
she
weird,
acts.
and it's like cool, like whatever. She's just fucking vibing, doing her shit, whatever.
Lilo and Stitch is definitely the most human Disney movie. Yeah, you're right.
And then
I think
she
I
does
agree.
get fun uncles at the end, which is you gotta love a fun uncle kind of story.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Well, yeah, and then Beauty and the Beast, yeah, just
Just classic princess.
classic princess movie. It is, I think, like at this point, is just the blueprint for like the princess movie, and it's so weird that it took them until the fucking like 90s to do that kind of. Like they really spent a long time trying to figure
Watching
out.
every princess movie, it feels like they didn't get it.
Beauty and the Beast was the first one where I felt like this is it. Like they did it. They figured it out.
It was the first movie where they made two characters interact and fall in love over the course of like an hour-long film.
Yeah, instead of just like fucking every goddamn Disney prince like before that point is just a guy that shows up and sees a woman and is like, oh. They don't even say that. They just like do their weird like toothy smile that men
smile.
in Disney do, where they like kind of open their mouth a little bit and look down.
Hold on. I'm gonna draw it. Hold on. I'm gonna draw it. You can keep talking.
I don't know what you're doing. This is a disaster.
What's a disaster? It's like...
What? You're drawing the Disney Prince smile?
Yeah.
I'm glad that you can visualize this so clearly, because it's a very distinct thing. His forehead's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Okay. This looks great. There's that Disney nose. You don't have to put this much detail into
No,
it.
it's important. I just need to like
This is an art stream now.
give him some hair.
Yeah, it looks good.
Little Disney Prince hair. This looks like Disney Prince hair, I think.
Yeah.
And they always have this fucking smile.
They don't look happy ever. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of it, yeah. Just like that. Yeah.
It's legitimately like the most unnatural
I think
fucking
that his
smile
mouth needs to
in the
be
world.
less tall. Like, they don't have that...
Yeah,
their,
you're
their
right,
their
you're right.
mouths are always
Hold on.
kind of small. They always have kind of small mouths. Like, they have to look... Like, they kind of have human proportion mouths. They're not cartoony. Because everyone was rotoscope for so long. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's it, that's
they
the
do have like
size.
the little bit of black,
Yeah, just a little bit.
just like a little bit,
Yeah.
and they're showing a little bit of a.
Yeah, that's great. That looks just like Prince Charming.
Every single fucking Disney prince
And the
has this like
prince.
exact same shitty ass mouth. Here, let me use the fill tool a little bit.
You don't have to refine this. You can... Okay.
In
we're
fact,
good.
what I'm gonna do.
Oh my fucking god. Are you using him as a...
No, because in every fucking
He's
frame he
always
has
doing
it.
He is
In every fucking frame he has it.
constantly
Like
doing
literally
it.
every fucking time he
Can you
shows up.
Go back to your paint tab.
Yeah, hold on.
You get a comparison.
I think I literally drew the fucking Little Mermaid prince. Hold on.
He looks like he's good. 8 legs. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it too. Every
8
fucking
legs.
time, dude. It's this one.
Oh wait, yeah, that one.
This one.
That
This is
picture.
the
That's
one.
the one. That's the one.
This one's it too. This one's a good example of it too.
Why is it so big?
It's so.
Hold on.
It sucks. It fucking sucks.
Look up. What this? No, what? I like the rotoscoped era. They've been doing it forever.
Like literally.
What is
fucking
happening?
forever?
What is happening to him?
What the fuck is that?
Okay, I thought this was like porn.
Wait, there it is again.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
It's literally like the last scene of the fucking movie starts doing it.
What about Cinderella?
Cinderella Prince?
What's he like?
Yeah! Literally, like, fucking shot number 1! They don't know how to make men smile. They literally, like, every time...
That's exactly the... I was imagining this guy.
Yeah, every time a fucking man shows up in a Disney movie...
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my god. Every time a man shows up in a fucking Disney movie, they... You want... Dude, no, the second one. There it is! It's every time a fucking man shows up in a Disney movie for literally like 40 fucking years. Yeah, no, they do it in Princess and the Frog too. They legitimately like don't know how to draw a man smiling. I don't know what it is. Like, oh my fucking god.
Why are they always doing this? Just fucking stop it, dude.
No, they like actually don't know. Yeah, look up Human Beauty and the Beast. It's
he looks bad in that.
Every time that they have a man smile,
he looks bad in that.
It's always like fully stretched teeth out.
They gave him really plump lips, though.
He does have those plump lips.
That kind of, I think they did that to offset it, but he's still kind of doing the
I
smile.
think that's what it is. I think it's they don't want to give the prince his fucking lips.
Yeah, he looks less bad, but I don't like how he looks as a human.
I don't love how it's fine. It's fine.
It does. He has less of the Disney.
He has like a human-looking smile. It's the Disney smile, except it's like a little more like functional.
Bit less bad. What's
Oh my god. His name was Phoebus.
You do it.
I'm
kind of not really. He's like doing. He gets away from it.
He has his face is like too detailed to do a Disney smile.
Yeah, they.
Because it's not just the. Hold on. It's not just the. It's not just the fucking.
We're just having fun on Google now.
I need to emphasize.
We're just having a fun Google now.
It's not just the fucking mouth. It's not just the teeth.
No,
it's also
it's like the
eyes
face. It's the
like
eyes.
This.
They're like they always look kind of like I don't know. Yeah, no, I think we get it. Hold on, I have to cover your face.
I'm sorry.
You're overriding me.
I'm sorry. No, I talk to this every fucking movie. They legitimately do not know how to make men smile. Wait, look up the guy from Tangled. Can you do me a favor?
Hold on.
Can you do me a favor and look up the guy from Tangled?
Hold on, I just had to finish this picture for you.
Look up Finn Rider.
Flynn. He has a smile. Look at him. He's going crazy.
No, but he's like pushing it.
He's like,
no, it's only in the love scenes. It's only when they like show up to like God. I just wanted to double check. I don't think they do it because it's harder to make someone smile. He looks good. Yeah, because he has to have fucking lips.
He has it here.
Wait, come back.
No. Oh no.
No, I legitimately don't fucking get it, dude. It's like people don't smile with teeth very often. Like a calm smile doesn't have teeth on it. Does that make sense? Like a calm romantic smile is not showing teeth generally. That's like a fucking like having fun, really good time. You're smiling too much to close your fucking lips. And they don't do that for some reason. For some reason, to be like you're in love, you like.
Do you like my body I gave him?
I do. What you want to imagine? This is an act for the chat at home. This is like a fucking Blue's Clues. Like, kids, you try this. Try this one. Okay? What you have to do is curl your lips in so you can't see like the red part of it, and then show your teeth in the smile.
Why are you doing this? Stop it. Stop smiling at me like that. I think
that's what they smile like. That's literally what they fucking smile like.
Yeah, I think we're done. I think we're good.
I think we're done. I respect your Bambi choice.
I don't think there are really any more Disney movies that we have to worry about here.
You're gonna make your own Disney Prince?
We might watch like Fantasia or something.
Yeah, no, we're gonna watch the rest of them. Don't worry. Hey, scroll up a little bit. Scroll up a little bit.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, there was like a weird like bug on the screen.
Yeah, there's like a bug on the
weird.
screen. Something's up,
That was
dude.
weird. I don't know what that was. I think this is
Yeah, I think we're good here.
I think this is the
great.
stream. I think this is we've been going for a while.
I think we combined our opinions.
Song of the South was in. We did it. You literally can't watch that one. We didn't watch it.
Yeah. It's no longer on Disney Plus, which I talked about is insane. The fact that Song of the
Peter
South
Pan
is
is
not
there,
on
though.
Disney Plus, but Peter Pan is. It's crazy. Crazy shit.
I think I want to wrap it up.
Yeah,
It's
I think
late.
we're good. Jesus Christ, 11:30.
Well, hey, thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming to hear us talk for
the
literally
first
3 hours.
stream. This song's been going on for fucking like 20 years. It's miserable. This song's driving me fucking crazy. I'm gonna quickly hold on. I'm gonna quickly see if anyone is live on Twitch.tv. I'd be surprised. But if they are, do a little raid. Do a little raid here. You know what? We haven't gotten to do this in a while.
What is it?
And I don't have my credits
Yay!
right now. I don't have my credit
Yay!
stuff. So unfortunately, I won't be able to roll credits. But thank you everyone who donated. Thank you everybody who subscribed. It's been a fun stream. I'm glad to be back. I guess quick. I do not have my credits ready, like I just said 1 second ago. But I will quickly go over.
Yeah.
I also have my post stream screen. Unfortunately, I'll figure something out for that at some point. Because I do feel like I'm like ready to get back into streaming. Quick layout for what the schedule is right now.
We don't really have one.
Well, we kind of do. I'm probably just gonna do my normal schedule. However, I will say I'm not gonna be streaming this Sunday like I normally would want to.
We have a party.
Because it is the Super Bowl and we are doing a little Super Bowl shindig here. Not anything big because there are like some world events that make that hard. But we are having a little Super Bowl get together locally, so I will never play Destiny 2 PvP. I will not do that. So I'm not going to be streaming on Sunday, but on Tuesday I want to try and figure out streaming Kingdom Hearts here again. Which this has all been kind of like a little test stream to a degree, which is why we're just doing fucking tier lists, but. It definitely seems like that's not going to be like a hard thing to figure out. This has been pretty seamless, all things considered. Are we going to play Witch Queen together on stream when it comes out? No, we are not. We could play Witch Queen together, like, off
I know that is.
of stream, but maybe I'm probably not going to stream that. Play Kingdom Hearts on Switch. I have it on Steam. I'm not gonna play it on Switch.
We're gonna download the.
I already paid
plaid
$60 for that bad boy. I'm not paying $60 again.
I'm so excited to stream Synth again.
I am. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work. So I am.
It's basically the same as this.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit. The fact that I'm not streaming on Sunday. It's on Epic Games Store. I'm an Epic Games Store slut. I love that place. Can't get enough of it. I could stream Chicory. Fucking Knack, by the way. Shouts out to Knack. Bought me Chicory on Steam. Click Floofy's link also. I will tweet out that maybe later. But yeah, fucking new YouTube video too. Click on Floofy's link. They have a little moderator icon, so you can trust a hoe. Yeah, Knack bought me Chicory. I honestly wouldn't mind streaming it at some point. It seems like a fun one to stream. Oh wait, Synth. We also, speaking of Mario Party, there's something that we have to talk about soon.
Oh yeah.
There's something that we have to talk about a little bit. I'm whispering at you. I'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that.
I'll bring it up in our little group.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you all for coming. It's been a fun one.
Jesus Christ, dude, we caught up in the medal count. USA in the top 5 at the Olympics.
That's right, baby.
Let's
USA.
fucking go. We were out here for a week.
USA.
God, we got like 4 fucking golds in one fucking day.
I've been so excited to do this stream for like the past week too, so I hope you all enjoyed it. It was fun just kind of talking about shit for a while. It's been a while since I've done a just chatting stream, and it's been a fun one. Hope you don't judge my Disney opinions too harshly.
Yeah, I have tons of respect for it.
I'm gonna raid Wolf Conservation Center. But yeah, so Sunday, not streaming. I I will probably get back to my Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday schedule after this Sunday. But I do want to try and be back on Tuesday to try and see if I can get Kingdom Hearts up and running again. I think that I should be able to, no problem. Hopefully I have a fucking cloud save, because otherwise I will have to just play something else while I'm not at home. So, anyways, thank you for coming. It's good to be back, baby. The king is back, baby.
Oh my god.
I'll see you all on Tuesday, probably. If you want updates on what that is, I'm pretty sure everyone here follows me on Twitter at this point, given I've been like just talking for a while. If you like are still here, you probably already follow me. But yeah, follow me on twitter.com at beakmagic for updates on streaming stuff. And I'll hopefully see you on Tuesday. No, goodbye. I'm gonna raid wolves. No
Bye-bye.
bitches. No bitches.